Guys, it's your girl Nosey here, live from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And I ran across this video, Canna Roots Organics. Um, this is Soular spilling all the tea, honey. Alihio's right-hand man is spilling all the tea. Okay, all the scamming, all the wheezing, I only got into like 7 minutes of the video and I was like, oh no, we have to go live with this. This video is 2 hours and 14 minutes long. I don't know if I'm going to just break it down. So, we need to watch it together. We need to watch it together. I am nosy. I need to watch all of this. I need to find out we need to hear all the back end of everything. How about that? And we need to hear it from the horse's mouth, okay? We already knew what was going on for ourselves. For those who aren't that slow, we already knew what was going on, right? But this information is coming straight out of the right hand man's mouth, which is Soular. So we're gonna get into it, all right? Okay, so like I said, we about to get into it right now. This is, let me get it right. I have to shout this channel. So if y'all want to just, go about your business and go over to yourselves, go ahead. It's Canna Roots Organics. All right, this is the channel that this video is from. All right, honey, and we about to get into it right now.
I just thought that's how you were. Nah, like when you were drinking all those moments, you were acting out. He let me know. He was doing that because he was envious of me the whole time. Like, that's fucking weird. Bro,
that's crazy.
We're friends. We've been cool this whole time. That's why I thought we was brothers. So we did the whole ayahuasca ceremony. I'm helping him. I'm helping the other shaman. So on a spiritual level, he started realizing, he told me this too. He's like, bro, spiritually, you're not Catholic. You're really doing that shit. And I just be wondering, like, why can't I understand things you understand? Why can't I do the things that you're doing? And it frustrated him, and I guess because of that, he treated me a certain type of what time. I never noticed. Like I said, I thought that's just who he was.
How long you there for?
What part? What time? Carbonation?
Yeah.
Sheesh, I was there for like 5 years, give or take.
When you first started watching shit?
5 years? Yeah, man. It was a while back. I'm 28. I went when I was about 23. Yeah. And was like a little under 23 and said, hey, come and serve me. Come and, which is why we thought we had a tech machine running. We had a team of help people working on tech every day all day. Why? Fuck it. We're pushing knowledge. He's not doing that, bro. We thinking that that's what it's for, but it's not. He'll call in more women and be like, hey man, this is so here's the twist. You wanna know the twist? The course is over. This is the twist. Yeah. He'll say, look, these girls are coming, a lot of the girls will come by themselves to be single, or some of the girls will come and want to be with someone specific. This was his thing. That girl's not the right girl for you. I'll take her off your hands. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm doing you a favor. She's not right for you. You shouldn't even be chasing that girl right now anyway. You're not even ready to have a woman yet. Whoa. Damn, Chief. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, man, you still got to get your pussy right. Damn, Chief. You're right, Chief. You know what? I should stay single. So the man, you guys don't even got the energy to be fucking right now. Y'all should be doing it. You need to focus on getting this right. Where's the music videos? Where's this? Where's that? So niggas do what? Work and work and work and work with the promise or the idea of maybe one day getting pussy. Maybe one day having a girl. Or if they had a relationship with one of the girls already, maybe she was the one, maybe I will get her back. Maybe I'm going to get my girl back. Maybe she going to realize I'm actually dope. So the whole time, this my girl over there with him, whether you don't know what they doing. You don't know how close they going or not. Because really, he did fuck with every single girl. He would just employ most of them. Because, you know what I'm saying? I get that. But the men are over here working OD hard for him, his admiration, his validation, for the numbers. Let's bring in some money. So now the guys, they're talking to girls to get money from the girls. Like, hey, yeah, what's up, what's up? Each guy talking to like 3 or 4 girls because they know they're not going to fuck. If they come, they're probably going to be with Eligio anyway. So let me use this to show that I'm a man and I'm a pimp. And I can get the money for the girls too, and we get donations.
Hold on, was you running the check-in though?
Fuck yeah, there's a girl right down the block over here in Philly, who gave me my list I got. Bro, she was every check I had it worked out to where I knew every time she was getting paid, I had every single one of her bills.
Dang.
I knew all the things that her and her son needed.
Dang.
And we're gonna work our way to where she eventually transitions to be with me for real. And you know, if she can show she's solid from the outside, then we actually might be able to stay together too when she comes.
Dang.
So she's sending hundreds. I'm portioning like, all right, no, you can send us 600 because you only need this much, and if you need a little bit more, I can send you more whenever you need it, but you don't because you get this, that, and this week all you really be doing is this. He needs that, we'll get that. No, you gotta get that for sure. Pimping, bro. That's what it is.
Damn.
So all the men started transitioning into pimping. Y'all niggas know. Hey, y'all carbonation niggas know. Y'all niggas know, nigga. We was sitting in Puerto Rico, bro. We was sitting there watching soft white underbelly all day. Watching pimps. Because we trying to be better pimps than Leo. We watching Magic Don Juan all day. We watching players play, and everybody who's a part of learning about the pimps. And you know, that wasn't how it ever started. That was from heartbreak. This is after the children are born. This is like these women they're supposed to be in love with is literally fucking my boss. Like my boss is having sex with my girl regularly. That's not my girl.
Right.
But that's still my boss.
Right.
So niggas chose.
Yeah,
and so yeah, we really did let these women go.
This man got good questions. You gotta do.
It was crazy. Yeah, I'd like to hear the questions.
What else you had for me?
That's funny though. They know. Y'all niggas know, man.
Yo,
there was a way for that. There was a whole time.
This live was uploaded like 14 hours ago, y'all. On hold on. Canna Roots Organics. And I put the name of the channel in the description. It says 13 hours ago. 13 hours ago it was uploaded. Hi everyone in the room. I'm getting right back to it, all right? No interruptions. We listening.
And it's crazy because the support, it was genuine. It really was. And no one was thinking like we gonna be playing these hoes. Niggas is thinking like I'm contributing to the tribe. And it's just fucked. Like we're taking the pimp mentality. We're like taking the pimp mentality, but we're not pimps. But we're learning the strategies of working with women and being a man's man. So Eligio had us really thinking that player pimp mentality was the shit, and being a simp is like the same thing as being your lower self. It's like being a bitch. So no man is trying to simp at all. Man, you still attached to that girl, man. She done had sex with 3 people here, man. You still love her, man? You tripping. Yeah, nigga, you tripping. Yeah, bro, you need to let that hoe go. Everybody doing that, and this one man, it just, niggas is married. Niggas got kids, man. It be like, we're being told, let go of the kid, let go of the family, let go of that part of us. And we get tough. We just came through. I think we getting tough. It's crazy. Oh, that came out clean.
I think just hearing you, this is it's tough because I'm not like a sympathizer or like I think I keep it like all the way funky. Like,
yeah.
But from outside looking in, when I first immediately saw a boy, I felt like I seen a lot of pain and hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
That was going on.
Yeah.
To hear you say, you know, you was looking for a father figure, or you know, you trying to become a soldier, somebody, I can understand that and dig that, and get it from perspective. But from the little snippets that I seen on Instagram and from what they showed, but this was a while ago, I kind of thought it was transitioning from knowledge, which I really didn't fully understand, to keep it a bean with you.
And that's what I focus on today.
Right, and then it went to like not scripted, but it went to like
entertainment,
and I was like, I felt like it was like pain and hurt in the members that was there, because the stuff, and I don't know, I haven't watched it.
That's real.
It's probably 1,000 hours, but the little snippets that you see on Instagram when you see people but people doing services for the man,
a certain way,
right, and you know,
certain music,
and I just felt like it was a lot of ego in his delivery. And I just, for me, it was a lot of pain in it. And I was like, damn, I was trying to understand what would make a man submit to another man, or a woman submit.
Right.
And I was thinking that it was brainwashed, or it was, you was in a fucked up situation, so something needed to
That
happen.
was the case for a lot of people.
Right. And,
that was the case for a lot.
And that's only what I'm assuming. So to hear, the stories is shocking. And then to see Main Man get life, it was like, hold on, damn, was something really going on? And it's like, this shit is crazy.
Bro, if we put him on trial for everything that he actually did, let's get this cosmic eye, and we know isn't this all the things that he was actually doing it, versus let's include the intent too, because we're using the spiritual eye. Let's use intent too, and then you get everybody else and everything else that everybody else has done. It all falls under the umbrella of him. Abused that. He was looking for anyone who had low self-esteem, did not fuck with themselves, had no place in the world, anything to that degree, and said, hey, come and serve me, come and help me, and I'll help you. I'll give you everything you ever dreamed about. In a nutshell, that is what's being told. So people are going for these healing journeys, but once you're there, these people aren't good at seeing a person who's in pain like that. No one's dealt with a person like Leo before. He was a special type of person. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, because I got a really good heart, bro. I stayed so many years, because even after I knew the corruption, which is about halfway through, because I believed in him. I thought maybe he could change. Maybe we can do something great. Everything we need to change the world and help people understand that very thing that you may not have been able to grasp initially. So that is what the power was. That is what would truly empower people. He kept that on us after a while. You're not allowed to research things for yourself. You're not allowed to study things for yourself. Things have to be approved. Everything has to be approved. We're thinking we're building a community.
Now, real quick, if you did do research, was he laying hands on y'all? Or
100%. The men know. The men know. The women regularly. The men was towards the end. Actually, it's crazy. I got unreleased videos and stuff. I still ain't never pull out. I got videos of this man literally masturbating, staring at another member naked, telling him how he kind of looks like a woman. Right. And he's with the other girls around him, and the other girls like, hey, you kind of look like a girl. He's sitting there masturbating, staring at the thing in the mirror. But I got a video. The very next day, that same member, he's punching around and pushing around outside while he's sick. Because he's sick. He's like, you only sick because you got demons and this and that. And he's tricking bro like, here, give me a hug. He's tricking him, playing with him, like pushing him away. And he's the one person he started hitting and slapping himself. And I never seen him slap nobody. But he's like Amar regularly, and he's like Pice regularly.
Oh, shit.
Pice will never tell you that shit, bro.
Regularly?
I got videos of Pice getting smacked up, pushed around, all that shit. While say right after this nigga sitting there masturbating to him.
Wow.
Yeah, weird shit. It's some weird, like probably weirder than Diddy shit.
That's crazy.
And then to the women, and man, you should see the shit I got on my phone. This shit's completely unreleased, bro. I even lost the phone and found out shit to my iCloud, man.
Oh shit.
It's in my iCloud. Yeah, bro. My iCloud full, but it got that shit in there. So
Dang.
now that the trial's over, I don't know if I want to put that shit out there, but my whole theory was like, it's not my job to expose someone else. That was always my thing. You're going to expose yourself anyway, somehow. It's not my job to make a campaign to expose you. But I'm always going to have to talk about what I went through and my experiences, and I can do that. Man, it gets pretty weird. So it did get violent, but only at the end with the men. Before that, if there's a problem, the men were more likely to set up a wrestling match or get gloves. We have gloves. We'll do boxing stuff. We'll do that every morning. Sometimes we'll get up and do military drills. We do shit like that. It's nothing. Sparring, that's nothing to us. But when the women started slapping each other, it was pure dominance. Pure dominance. It had nothing to do with nothing else other than, shut up. Who you talking to, bitch? Don't. And I mean, the women saying that, the other women, because they're closer to Eligio. The closer you are to Eligio, the more power you have. Period. So if you're a woman, you're only getting power by getting closer to Eligio. So you're probably going to try to suck his dick, whether you want to or not.
You're right, because that's how you get power.
That's how you gonna get shit.
Right.
Yeah, as a woman there. So for the guys, we're like, we're not doing that. None of that, and so that's another thing. People always ask about that, but nothing sexual ever happened with the guys.
I never saw no factory.
No. Not even, and he tried to bring that in. He did try to bring it in. He did try to convince us when we was at your house in Philly that all the men should be pursuing transsexual wives. And that's when they were asking where all the gay bars were.
I remember that.
You remember?
I remember that.
That because he was saying,
That
where
was random
Eligio was going to have everybody go find transsexuals in the city. What? And make them into wives because they'll be submissive. They'll give the money. They'll work for us. And then he don't mind putting it online because, look, all the guys are with transsexual women. So gay people and transsexual people can now come into the group comfortably, and he's going to be reproducing with all the women. In the meanwhile.
Wow. I wasn't there.
That's where it was going. And then he's going to have his children mate with each other. And he wanted to build a lineage like that. We don't ever talk about that shit, but that's the shit he was on. That was his agendas.
I wasn't there.
I was right next to him. They won't know that. These niggas won't know that, actually, because it was me and him. He's sitting here telling me all of his plans and things like that. Velvet, too. So wives as well, because it's me, him, and his wives regularly. Because I handle everything. I got all the money. I handle everything. All the phone numbers, all the money. We going into any country, any city, I'm doing all the talking. I'm getting us through everything. I'm getting all the houses, everything. I'm doing everything. The guys were a team that helped me do those things. Even Eligio had to wait for my go on a lot of things because he just has to with certain things. Even though we have to get things approved from him or through rank, but when he needs to actually do stuff, he has to have meetings with us and see, like, can we do it? Can we do this? All right, cool, let's do it. We can't even, and then the whole time, we doing all the work, bro. We doing everything. The guys, me, Musa, and Drew. We were carbonation. Amar as well. Loyal. That was carbonation. Jackson, Juju were more mature than the other guys, so we put them above Tyson Caliber, because Tyson Caliber, they can never get their shit together. They just can't seem to do it. So we had, Amar was above them. Loyal came in multiple times, and he kept being above them, because the way you level up is you take more responsibility. You do more than other people. I did the most. So I got to do the most. I could go to other states and just go smoke a couple ounces, test weed, I'm testing weed, and come back to the trial and be like, nah, I wasn't done. And go out and do it again. I can go out on trips. I was probably one of the, me and Musa were the only polygamous members there. I had multiple wives at one point in time. I could just get in the van and go to the store with my wife. I'm getting my own money. I made my own money within the group that I have to keep secret from them. I had to keep me getting my own money keep secret from them because
everybody gotta put their money.
It'd be like a same type of thing. But I make my own money, so I have multiple women, and I do most for everybody anyway. So I go to the Whole Foods and I get myself extra. Usually I always have my own cupboard. Everything is mine. You go open the fridge, everything in the fridge. It says Soular or it says Love on there. And everybody all day coming, hey, can I get it? Yeah. They like me getting that shit. Why? Because I'm going to feed everybody. When my wife cook, when Janae Azoka cook, I'll tell them, make way more than enough. Because bros, they hungry. They want to eat too. So me having a wife, me having that, and having extra money, the tribe didn't complain because they was getting the benefits from me.
Do you think you're going to make your own tribe?
I can't help it. Before I went there, I was in my own tribe. I was already in my own tribe before I even went there. And then now what's going on is my demographic is black women with children who are looking for some fucking guidance. That's my demographic, whether I want them or not. That's who follows me. And what I've done since Carbonation, working with Jaguar, and Jaguar Wright helping her through her situation and her love life, and she's in a pretty good place now. But when I met her, it was chaos. But I worked through her I worked through it with her. She actually has a very similar chart to Leo, funny story. But she has a great heart. So I'm working with Jaguar, I'm working with a couple people, and there's just this team that's being built by God that's very interesting because I can't put it together. All these people who are out here eating the truth or working on something, I think my tribe is everybody who's already out there being successful, pushing their truth or whatever that means. Free soul. They don't have to say they're in my tribe. They're doing what needs to be done. I need to step it up to where they are, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
To be real with you, but with my shit.
Yeah, because I'm going to work out.
Right. Yeah. So we've been putting out years and years and years of work for him. So what does it look like when I give that to myself? They don't know what it looks like when they get the energy themselves yet, because they was there from 18 to 23. And then an old boy who wasn't there at that age, he was in the military the whole time. Ended up going AWOL from the military just to join the group. Because it's fuck the system. The system's designed to oppress us. And these things are still true. Media and entertainment is still ran by the Jewish communities. They're profiting off of ignorance, 100%. That's the phony Phoenicians. Absolutely. They're the phony Phoenicians. They're not the real Jews, not the real Israelites.
Absolutely.
So it's okay to say that. But the thing is, the real ones, they would never do this stuff. I digress. I can't help it. Women are coming at an all-time high to me. My phone has messages from like 5 days ago still unread from people just asking for help. Because I'm the only guy speaking knowledge, speaking truth. Right now, this is the most I really go into that drama. But it's going to keep being talked about because it kind of needs to be. You got to kind of do some of certain things. But when it comes to the knowledge, bro, where I'm really annoying, where I really talk a lot, I'll come down here with a note, with a little pamphlet, a notepad, a piece of paper, and I'll be like, figured it out. And I'll be showing you how to create Roman numerals. I'll recreate languages. I figured out vortex mathematics 0.1 that what Tesla was doing, I filled it. What Gagoo is all about, isomorphing and polymorphing, I fulfill that. I'm doing things on a different scale with knowledge. And this right here, I feel like I had to go through so that I didn't teach the wrong thing. And I didn't do the wrong thing with what I do have. And I'm not the only person who knows right now. I'm one of them. But as one of them, I'm realizing people take that same shit and do what he's doing. People will take the same knowledge from the true Phoenicians and be phony with it. They'll take the magic from the Druids and create Hollywood. Absolutely. Hollywood. I digress. They're teaching, they taught us, they taught us in school lies in history class. We now know that. There's a myriad of lies that we now know to be lies that we were programmed with. Where did America get its name from? Where did America get its name from? What do they teach us?
I forgot what they taught me in school, but they definitely taught me that Columbus was the first.
Columbus, they say, bro, Columbus, they bring up Columbus, bring up Plymouth Rock, they bring up those things. They say America was discovered and given the name America because the explorer Amerigo Vespucci came to America and discovered some of the indigenous people here first and came back and reported it. And it was land of America because Amerigo Vespucci found it. And that's history given. It was always called Amaraka, Amaracapana, Amaru. This land was Turtle Island, Americas, the entire Americas that stretch all the way down to Antarctica. You got to realize this. It goes from Antarctica all the way up where you're sitting, all the way up, and even higher. It's all one landmass. It's all connected. We're connected to Antarctica. The Drake Passage right there. Right there. And it's all one landmass, and it's always been a very special place where we're at. There's so many lies in the world. I don't even know if I should say certain things on live. You about geography, because that's NASA stuff. That's Navy things. You're getting into United Nations and their strategies if I do talk about those things. But I have CIA documents on CIA documents. I've been studying this shit before carbonation. I started my journey in 2011, where I really started figuring out things about the world. When I realized Washington, D.C. and the District of Columbia is complete. Number one, it's not even a part of America in their law, so they do all kind of crimes there. Number two, it's designed and shaped the architecture of Isis and Osiris. And then they got the obelisk right there in the center. You walk inside the obelisk, it's a big old scarab right there, but they ain't teach not one lick of
I'll be taking requests. Let me read some of these questions right here.
So it's lies and lies that I've been finding my whole life. So to find somebody who's in agreement with, yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
but I'm following his lead in a new direction without ever finding my purpose, loving myself, killing my own voids. I'm trying to find someone else to do it for me. I was led to the slaughter. And everything that I had, I was used for, and we got out right on time. A lot of us got out right on time. Some people still didn't. You know what I'm saying? They still digging.
With all of the negatives and all this stuff that, the juice in the women or juice in the men or whatever, do you think that all of your experience, the negative experiences you had, do you think you can look to separate that from your new tribe, or do you think
1,000,000%. So
do you think all of this was for a reason then?
It was all for a reason. My school is called Ashe. It's the Astral School of Everything. And my motto is sovereignty in all dimensions. So because of what I went through, I created something that's literally the opposite. It doesn't have to be a tribe. No one, not once ever has to live with me. Ever. Because I have an online school. I have an app where in the school and in my curriculums, in my courses, and even if I was to do my one-on-ones with people who I do it with, what happens is I put them in alignment with their purpose. I make sure that they're doing what they need to do in their lives from a genuine space. And we go through it together. We use human design, gene keys, the I Ching. I use Draconic, Vedic, and tropical astrology. I use understandings of vortex mathematics, feng shui, and a number of different things to help people. The Ikigai is a new one, to where I start to help people put together and purpose. Galactic signatures and Mayan astrology is another really good one. I speak this language like nothing, like better than English. So when people get on call with me, people talk to me, I get simple information, whatever they do have. Then I can tell you, hey, I can for you, I can do it for anyone. And that's why I never lose a customer or a student, I would say student. So more than a tribe, I had created a university. I'm going for a Hogwarts.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Like one day I can get a house, a mansion. I was just in a mansion the other day. They're big enough to where I can turn the whole mansion into a fully functioning home school type of thing. But none of them have to be my family members. Like a boarding school type of thing. I could do that. But what we're teaching and studying every day is extremely unique, locked into your specific energies. I would never have you doing something that's outside of your purpose, no matter how much sense it made.
Yeah,
for everyone else, I would
hold
never
on.
ask you to sacrifice your energy in that way, because that means you're not where you're supposed to be.
Look, because they said
What up, Rain?
that was heavy. And I don't know if you knew this too, but they gave Nature Boy a plea deal of 7 years.
Yeah!
They gave him a deal of 7 years and he turned it down.
Ego.
You didn't have a good lawyer.
Image. No, he fights and argues with every lawyer that we've gotten.
Right.
That's why he don't do as I do. I got him out of 3 times.
Hold up. So when he told it, hold up. So was you around him when he got the 7-year offer?
No, I actually didn't even know about it until I figured out he didn't take it. Once I figured out he didn't take it, I'm like, that was fucking dumb.
The lawyer should have been like, you get 7 years or you facing life, or you get this and you facing life.
You think they ain't say that?
I'm trying to understand.
No, he doesn't make sense. He would rather, I'm telling you why, he done lied to everybody for so long, he's going to go to the grave with that.
He's
going to be in jail saying, I didn't do it still. He's going to be in jail saying, they took the opportunity to turn on me.
He said he to register as offender.
Too late.
I don't care. Listen, fuck that. You
register as a sex offender. Oh, dare we go back to where people videos I didn't watch, everyone else watched, where he's comfortably saying how he lets his child play with his penis.
Yeah, that was how he first got on the mat.
I didn't even know. When he explained it to me, I'm like, oh man,
he talked me in a circle.
Pure. Yeah, he's like, nah, man, I was just saying, I'm not gonna sack him and traumatize and make it think it's wrong. That's all I was saying. So I'm like, that makes sense. Okay, cool. I wouldn't just go. It does make sense too. But when I watched the video for myself years later, I watched it years later. I seen him like, bro, that is not what you meant when you said it. You wanted him to experience sexuality with you, not sexual part. You wanted him to have that intimacy with you.
Oh shit.
That's different. I'm not trying to have my daughter playing with my penis ever. I could teach her about what that is in so many ways. Touching each other.
Yeah, you out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
You out of pocket. There's no way to clean that up.
And I didn't see it.
There's no way to clean it
when I was in the group like that. So I figured it was clipped and manipulated and talked about in ways and being that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. What you talking about? We on a mission. They focus talking about you. We talking about the knowledge. Let's keep building. That's what I want. That's what the men are on. I speak for all men when I say that. Want to change the world, and that's why we said that.
Oh, you bad as shit. God damn.
Hey, Soular.
This shit is beautiful. Oh, you looking beautiful, Tank. Yeah, I know it's our season. It's not our season, but I guess it's always our season.
It's almost our season.
You good, man? Look at you, superstar.
What's up? What's up? Hi. I don't know your name, God. I know you from like
Nate.
God, but I would like to introduce myself. I'm Rain. What's your name?
How you doing, Rain? I'm the Gay Gutsy, and you can call me Nate the Great.
Nate the Great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I was on your page a little bit. You definitely got some game.
Yeah, I was checking out your page. I love both of you guys. I love both of you guys. Like I love the energy.
Yeah, I'm thankful. We was simultaneously going live because we had one of our friends over and just asked questions, and he was asking some really good questions.
You said I asked some good questions.
My man that just came by visitors had some really good questions, so we just went live so we could kind of share at the same time, because sometimes people ask questions that other people would probably want to know the answer to. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's all.
Can I ask a few questions?
Yeah, right.
And Soular, you already know my stand with this because we talked about it, right?
Hold on. Real quick, I don't know your stance about it.
Okay.
Number one. Number two is, why do you look over today?
Oh my God.
You're so silly. Stop.
You going somewhere? You about to go on a date?
Thank you. I didn't. I'm just doing me.
You been selling that clothes or the music or all of it?
I guess I don't know.
All right. Anyway, go to your question. You turned me into a fan. Go ahead.
Okay. It's so nice to meet you. This is the first time we actually met face to face.
I guess we really only been on the phone.
Yeah, we have. So I've been a fan. Well, I'm not gonna say a fan, but I've been watching. A zodiac reading. He read my birth chart. I tipped him very well. Like, I really appreciate the knowledge and everything positive that you guys have put out here. I do. My biggest issue is the criminal justice system. And I'm going to get into that, but I do have a question. So can I ask a few questions?
Of course.
Okay. Soular. So when Nature Boy said what he said about his son playing with his penis and how he makes love in front of his children, why did you stay after you heard that comment?
So, no, good. Number one, I wasn't there when that happened. Number one, I wasn't even there yet. Number two is the way I looked at it was how he explained it to us. And There's many times he'll sit down with us for hours and hours and hours explaining. They clip that, they're making it look like this. So I never watched the video. I've only had his explanation of it. And my perspective that I was given and that I held on to was that he didn't want to traumatize his child. When he said, the way I seen it in my head was, because it's happened to me when I was younger. I opened the shower when my dad was in the shower, like, Dad, I need to have something. And I see my dad is 6'7" Jamaican man. Big, if I see nothing, what is that? I didn't mind it wasn't like that at the time. So I'm like, what is that? And he's like, man, close the door, get out the shower. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And I didn't think it, but I remember it. So when it comes to with what he explained, he said when his son touched it or whatever, he didn't want to smack it away to traumatize him and think that that's bad or that's a bad thing there. I never really thought of it like, or watched it, the video. What I got when I watched the video was different. What I got was that he was trying to have the child experience sexuality and comfort. And that's not cool. Like having sex in front of your kid has nothing to do with teaching them anything. That's just showing them what to do. You have to really teach. So that's not what you don't that having sex in front of your kids.
But she asked, why did you stay?
I wasn't there, number one.
Okay.
And that's nothing to tell you what I thought about it versus what I now know. Right. Or how I now think about it. So I excuse the shit out of it. But anytime you bring it up, I'll be like, bro, that's just the internet. Or that's just media. We'll focus on the knowledge. You focus on the messenger. I don't care about that shit. It was me. I did not care. Even if you was to bring up Aisha getting beaten or all the other women that were beaten and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? We're thinking they're liars. We're thinking it's half the story. We're thinking all the other stuff. And I really don't know what's true from him, to be real with you. But he's way more malicious than he presents. And he lies about his intent, not his actions.
But we say that the courtroom and a lot are putting all of Nature Boy. He didn't have a group of people that was working with him. And I'm not. Can I say something really quick? Because, like I said, I value all of you guys. I love all the things that you guys put out, every last one of you. So, like, I'm right in the middle. But when it comes to the justice system, I saw an unfair trial. Do you think that what you saw was fair when it comes to the charges based off of the trial?
No, I actually don't. I think it should have been way worse. I think it should have been way worse. Because guess what he didn't go to trial for? No, he didn't go to trial for?
What didn't he go to trial for?
He didn't go to trial for fraud. He didn't go to trial for, actually, if you want to go into finances, there's a number of crimes in that. But we're not going to talk about that. Domestic violence and extreme rate regularly all the time to multiple women still quiet about it. A lot of women still quiet about it, but I ain't never seen anybody get beat worse than, and she's still there.
Wow.
I ain't never seen nobody get beat whenever I see I get slapped the fuck up. If I send a bunch of goons to your house and they fuck you up and take your money, did they do it or did I do it? You don't know why they did it for me, but they did. So who was it, me or was it them? I sent them to your house. I hired them. I talked to them. I said, hey, you don't know what I told them. I could have said, yo, she did me wrong back this, and that. It's time for her to this and that. Say no more, homie. I got you. Because you my nigga. I don't need to know nothing more. I got you. And they're going to do what I say. Because they have loyalty to me for whatever reason. Whether I made them happy one day, whether I gave them money another day, whether I got him his girlfriend, maybe some years ago, who knows? But you don't know. And I send them to you. And they do you dirty. But it's my orders. Who did? Was it each of the individuals? Yeah. but you don't know why they was doing it. They don't even know why they was doing it. They only know I have them doing it. Now, why do I have doing it? That's the issue. This is where my problem is. A lot of people were deceived into sending money. They didn't even have to be there. They could have just sent money to the group. Y'all know what that money was used for?
Solar, I love you, Solar, but you are so smart and intelligent. I asked one question, you be hopping on to the next.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrangle him. That's
what I love about you, Solar. You're so intelligent and you have
a
a lot to
lot
talk
to
about. I get that.
Yeah.
You just got to think about it. Just think about it.
But
He went on trial.
Solar, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Solar, you were one of those people. You were there all the way up until the end. So my question to you is, what switched? Because you were there until the police came and got him. So what happened that made you just say, "Oh, I'm against him"?
That's a good question.
Outside of you having a baby with Velvet,
that's a good question.
Outside of you getting with Janae, like what made you say this guy isn't who I thought he was? I'm completely turned against him and testify against him in court.
What year? Number one, it wasn't decided back then. Number one, Rain, fuck court system, because he could be dead right now if I didn't call off certain things on him. Number one.
Don't incriminate yourself, Solar. Don't incriminate yourself in this process, because obviously why.
Real quick, listen to me then. I done saved this man's life from people who's tired of him through just my words. I done got him out of jail because why? You want to talk about unjust? Let's go to Nicaragua. Nicaragua literally has a corrupt justice system. He was literally in their jails completely illegally, in the worst part jails. They didn't know. All they knew was that he had an online presence and he was worth something. They didn't really understand what his message even was. They just seen an angry black man on the screen with a camera, and the police are getting called on him in another country regularly. Don't take him, and they didn't know what money they could get out of it. Everything was illegal about that. The way I had to get him out of jail there was working directly with the U.S. Embassy, working with the Nicaragua president. Literally, I had to do so much to get him out. This is one scenario. Meanwhile, we're holding together the rest of the group in a foreign country with no income, very little to no income. Shout out to Aaron. It's like, yo, so he went to jail for something he didn't do. Another time he went to jail, we got him out. He got accused of beating children, kidnapping kids. They came to the house because they thought that he was kidnapping kids and beating women and children. And so the police came. No questions asked. But was he doing? No. So what did we do as the group? We protected that nigga. We said, man, that's the trolls. Listen, that's just the trolls. We don't care about the trolls. We don't care about the trolls. This is how they are to us. They smack us with our own shit. They hit us with our phones and shit. You gotta realize we're used to protecting him. It's regular. By the time I changed my mind was when we were in Philly. And any member who's watching this, y'all, I hope y'all remember this live. It wasn't even a live. It was a private call. We was doing private calls on StreamYard. And one of these calls, I told him, I'm like, bro, like, you can't tell me that you God and nothing else is. You can't keep telling me that I'm just a weird figment in your mind. Like, that's how I look at you. If that was true for you to look at me like that. And we kept arguing about knowledge. And I started realizing, like, bro, he's officially abusing power. And this was, when was he in Philly, bro? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Yeah. Like 2-3 years ago. And this is, I probably argued with him every night for like 2 years after this, especially about the knowledge, because he's abusing it completely. He's saying the wrong things. He switched up all the teaching. And when I saw him switch on the truth, and when I was over it. Before that, I was ride or die. When once I started arguing about him, arguing to him, and I'm sitting in the room 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and all the guys trying to be in a room awake with me, trying to stay awake with me, they trying to hang me because I can't stop streaming, I can't stop teaching truth. I'm still talking about this shit. I'm still talking about shit. I'm like, bro, there's no way, because if I'm gonna do this and this is how this works, if that works like this, then that. And the guys are sitting there learning from me every night. While Legio's indoctrinating them, making them say yes, shut up, this and that. I'm like, him, you can be the king all you want. I'm always gonna be the main character of this game.
Oh,
I'm always gonna be
okay.
the main character of this game. You could be the king, you could be rich, you could be poor, you could be powerful, this and that. You're another character in my game.
In my world.
In my world. And it's never going to not look like that. I don't care if I'm level 1 or level 100, bro. I'm still the main character. You're not about to teach me otherwise.
Because you know the mathematics, so it don't make no sense.
Like
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yo, so when we was breaking down the mathematics,
that's when I really changed my mind. 2 years in, I stayed with him because I believed in him, that he would shift or that he could change, he could grow. And I believed in the group. I felt like we were about to blow up any moment. I felt like any day, any minute, it might all make sense. You know, and I'm thinking that. So I'm trying not to be the anchor. I'm trying not to poke holes in the ship. I'm trying to repair all the holes he's poking. We're cleaning up mistakes. We're doing his dishes. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, we doing his laundry for him. You know, we didn't just keep things in a closet. We organized that bitch and then kept it closed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's everybody played their part in protecting him by lying about him being a good person. So I'm sorry, you guys, that we made y'all think that he was treating us well this whole time. And he wasn't at all.
I mean,
okay. Janae's not the first woman that was raped, beaten, or had revenge porn put out about her. She's actually the third one for the porn thing. That was Sheba and Velvet even before that. And then who knows what else is going on with that. And dare I talk about how he was with women, me and him personally, how we talked about women and how we dealt with women. Mm-hmm. Me and him personally, y'all don't know. Smart people be on a whole nother level than y'all.
You're doing it again, baby. You're doing it again.
I'm telling you. See,
you unpacking too much.
Really
that's the thing. Let me say this. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody wants me to slow down, but my main thing is that people really need to speed up.
No.
I get it to a degree.
No, you gotta move with the conversation. Cool, but you gotta let the person go with you in the conversation.
That's why I don't get it.
That's
why I have a school, because I teach. So
yeah,
you actually gotta pay a couple $100 to even talk to me right now. So this is
period.
Cool. Like this is I don't even do this, bro.
Yeah, this is work we do all day.
Soular, you're going on the deep end. Like, I'm just asking one simple question. You break it all.
She said we did it. She said we didn't leave you. No worries.
Yeah.
I love you, Soular. Okay, so anyways, my next question is: do you feel like the knowledge was being poked fun at throughout this entire trial?
No,
I don't. Can I give a little backstory to the question, though?
Sounds like you want to give a backstory.
She has to now. Yes.
Go ahead.
So, like, you just don't want me to talk, but
no,
please.
Okay, so look, I lost my train of thought. So basically, our First Amendment right,
the knowledge is being poked fun at during the trial.
So our First Amendment right is freedom of speech. We have freedom of press. We have freedom of religion. And I feel like in the courtroom, I mean, I'm right in the middle. I'm not a nature boy. I wasn't a carbon, like, you know, I'm just right in the middle. I just like the positivity that you guys put out. I like the music. I like some of the messages that you guys had. I'm just I'm here for the positivity. You know what I mean? But I feel like in the courtroom, it was kind of made fun of. Do you agree with that? Why or why not?
Well, two things. I didn't watch anything. I didn't watch any of that shit. I don't. I'm just like that. I go back. I watch videos of stuff that I was a part of, or I already did that. I'm doing something like in my day. I'm focusing on so many different things regularly. That's not even near making the bottom of the list. So when I didn't watch none of it, I don't care. Like, genuinely, because I already know he's not justice because he's not on trial. What he's supposed to be on trial for. Anyway, I don't give a fuck. He got caught. He's a rat who got caught in the trap. One trap is all it took, though. Dead. But all the other shit that he did, all the other stuff, he still did it. He still left rat shit everywhere. He still nibbled off of people's lives everywhere he could. He just hit with one trap. I don't give a fuck. This is way worse what he should be going through. I really don't even care. And if I was to answer it for the court system, if I'm judging the court system, I applaud them for taking this away from Janae and making it Georgia versus him, because it's better that way. Because this man has been a menace to society. You guys think he fucked our lives up? He fucked y'all lives up. He took so much of y'all time and money as well. That man's been a menace to society. He has people. There's people who call me to this day wondering if they need to go call their wife and build their family again, because they left their family off of the knowledge. They left their wives and their kids off of the knowledge. They're calling like, bro, did I do the right thing? Like, nigga, if you better go fix that, and let me show you how, and I'll help and I'll guide them, and I'll just realign them. So people, you can have knowledge, but it doesn't mean you have direction. You can have horsepower. It doesn't, and you can even go in a direction. Don't mean you went the right way. So I do the best I can to calibrate people in that degree. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about the court system. Could care less. I could care less.
Okay, that's fine. I guess for me, for the people who's wondering, like I'm actually studying law, and I'm an aspiring investigator and civil rights activist. So
Oh wow, hold on.
She
Oh my God, for real?
Yes,
You beautiful and
You can't.
that's what I'm just acknowledging it.
Go ahead, Rain. Stop.
that's
Yeah.
We got to fight over you real quick. That's
I'm sorry. I just wanted to acknowledge that. That's rare. Thank you.
No, she is, bro. I don't. Man, I treat you special, Rain, because you are. That's real. I talk to everybody.
Oh no, that's a fact.
I don't deal with everybody. I don't respond to everybody.
That's a fact. He's one in a million.
You did it.
At least one in a million.
You've been a staple, like in my social media, where you're a constant smile for me. I like that. I don't know why you always show up. You never had this clout in your life. No, I never went online ever. I was never on the internet. I used to be depressed and silent.
Well,
He's right.
I just wanted to say this before I go, guys. Like, I'm not on anybody's side, but I am studying law, and I did find a lot of holes in the prosecution, but I'm not on anyone's side. I just want to hop on and get your opinion. Also, like I told you, I congratulated you on, standing up and testifying, and,
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you believe that the system outside of this case is just?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. I've been a victim of it. I've been accused of things that I didn't do.
This is what it's about. Yeah.
If I tell you that, I'd like to tell you in private. That's why I'm taking this, because I see that it's not, especially when it comes to Black people. So, I'm not going to go all the way left. But
it connects to you in a way of justice not being served in your life. And so he triggers that. And the situation triggers that. It really isn't that personal. So it's not about you. It's really not about him. I'm not picking sides. But don't you think it was wrong? It's like, I get what you're saying. Like, do I have the perspective, the eyes, and can I confirm, validate that maybe the system wasn't as just as it be? Number one, I don't know. And number two, I don't care. The whole thing is so fucked up. And even if you went to law school and went through the bars and you did everything you had to do, you would if you went if you want to go be a teacher, I'm a teacher. I know I'm a teacher. I'm a lawyer. I'm a cosmic lawyer. I know that. But I don't need the papers to do that. Per se, because a teacher can go to school, get everything they need to be a teacher, and they can study and know everything about the universe. You will not be allowed to teach it. You must go by their curriculums, or you will not get a job as a teacher. You will have to become a self-proclaimed teacher. Anyway, if you want to teach the truth.
Well, I was like, when I asked my questions, I was really asking from a standpoint, like, let's just take Nature Boy out of it. Let's say it was
exactly.
Let's say
it
was the Pink Panther, and this was the Pink Panther's religion and spiritual practice, and he claimed innocent, and he felt like he was innocent, and
the movie. It's like the movie.
And the prosecution held what he put out online, using his freedom of speech, using his freedom of press, using his freedom of religion. They put it out online, made jokes about it in the courtroom. Like, I didn't think that was very professional.
Because it didn't have to be professional.
Hold on. But the court
ain't a professional place.
But
the judge,
they can do that if
they
want to.
Especially if you stand under them.
The defense has the right to rebut. The defense has the right to to bring forth their case, and the defense dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah, he ain't. Yeah, I agree.
I felt like when the defense was asking me questions, I'm like, are you supposed to be defending him?
Yo,
You want to ask me that, cuz?
yo,
I was like,
He's taking it word.
I was like, who you working for, bro?
no, I like that you pointed out the holes. Well, you didn't point out the holes, but you mentioned the holes in the prosecution.
That's beautiful.
But
That's neutral.
you can't overlook the defense had nothing. He was just sitting. The lawyer was just sitting down chilling.
Why? It's because he did not know enough information about the group. He didn't have enough information. He didn't know what he was looking for. He was asking those
He didn't
questions.
know how to say objection. He didn't make one fucking objection.
Well, here's another counter side to that. On the other side, there are people who would say that even the prosecutors didn't have enough knowledge information either, and I actually would agree with that.
Yeah.
They knew what they knew, but they was way too confident in him having a bad reputation. They actually weren't prepared.
Yeah.
They weren't prepared.
They just showed up.
It just happens to be, I think it was our testimonies that did everything for the jury.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's it. That's what I think, because I believe in them, but they dropped the ball too.
And his Jax and fucking Juju fuck that shit up. Them motherfuckers is, yo.
Oh, I got a question.
Okay. And I got caught eyeing on the stand.
They all did, I think.
Soular, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask it?
You just did it.
Okay.
Next.
So,
Yes, he's single.
I'm playing.
He's single. Yes, he's single. No, I'm playing.
I didn't do.
He's single. Yes. No, I'm playing.
I didn't do my hair. I'm looking crazy right now.
You know, were you able to see Velvet and Janae at the same time?
No, and I wish I got to see Velvet and my baby girl, but I saw Velvet during the verdict. So when I saw Velvet on the Zoom call. So I'm sitting in the Zoom call. She's sitting there. I'm like, I'm over here happy because I really got here. I'm like, there she is. I know I could sense that my son was nearby somewhere, and she ended up mentioning me. I didn't mention her not once. I don't like drama like with them because we're going in a new direction. And Velvet is convinced and is afraid that I'm like Eligio. I've never not once hurt her or done anything to that woman. So she just keeps saying, "You're just like him. You act like him. You could, but you just, yeah."
I don't see that.
And I'm like, all right, whatever. So Velvet, I kind of let go of, and I just want to give her time to heal and grow. Whereas Janae, I ended up seeing Janae in person. That felt really cool. And, you know, I always have this admiration and love for Janae. That will never leave. She's the mother of my first child. Not to mention, she's a great mother. You know, she's an intelligent, beautiful, spiritual woman herself with a ton of potential. Me and her are just not compatible in a relationship. And, you know, there's for many reasons where I had to grow, she has to grow. It just didn't work out. So where we are today is more neutral, and we're really like, it's just love. We're trying not to ever go down below a level of neutral, like love, like just honest, pure love, being there for Razuli, being the best examples for each other. We both still, we don't have to be together to expect each other to be the best. You know what I'm saying? I still expect Janae to be up here because you mommy now. And as daddy, I still got to be up here because I'm daddy now. So she always might expect me to have to be doing that, whether we together or not. So we're family now. And I love them. I love Janae, I love Velvet, I love my children.
Because some people, they're trying to spin this narrative like you're not present in Azuli's life. Like, can you clear that up, please?
Yeah, I've been blocked multiple times. The first time I was blocked.
Spontaneous, exclusive, John. I'm not sure if you remember the question, Soular, but you can ask him again, Sauce, if you want.
I remember.
Yeah. So I had what he was asking.
I got the answers and I remember the questions. I already got the answers for future questions. I'm listening.
Yep. So I seen the support around. It was like March up until March 2022, and then you know, like when he initially went to jail, you was still like championing the whole situation. But it was like after that fact, you know, you started to move in a certain way, and you started to switch your perspective on a lot of things. I just want to know
Hey, what's
what.
up, Auntie?
Yep.
What's going on, nephew?
Yes, sir. So I just want to know what caused that shift and why you responded in the way that you did.
What caused the shift and why did I respond the way I did?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting choice of words, Sauce. Interesting choice of words. Let me ask you this. You,
I already asked you a question. You can't answer my question with a question. I
number
just
one, you
want to
ain't
know
gonna
the story.
tell me what to do. Number two is you're
I
gonna
just
get your
want.
answer. You're gonna get your answer, but you got to think about what I'm saying. There's always an answer. Even if I was to answer within the question, the mind is able to find what this person is really trying to say. You got to use that discernment. So let me say this without you controlling it. The words choice, like championing and things like that, very interesting to the perspective. What I was doing was I was staying there with what I consider to be my family, with the people who I've been supporting for about 4 to 5 years, and they're raising their children as well, feeding them, making sure that we had money and things to do everything that we had. You're aware of my position in that group as you've been to that house multiple times. You've seen that I'm always there ready with the knowledge to use it, while way over here is worried about other stuff and different things. You have to protect yourself and your wives in the car and prep everybody with information before you get out so you guys don't get fucked up like it's a mission or something like that. And that makes complete sense, as you should have, because you knew that there's mass manipulation going on in that house already. You knew. You knew all of it already. And you knew my position, and you know how I am, especially spiritually. You remember my poem, been to your house, all of these different things. So I could see your perspective maybe being dick riding for him, championing him, if you will, that word. Whereas you're saying I'm championing a man who I've been trying to help. I've known this nigga's been off the deep end, but I've been with him for 4 to 5 years. I've been loyal to him and everything that's been going on in our whole movement that we had. So I'm literally looking out as much as I possibly can until the very end. And the day that I left, it was because I was about to get him out of jail and to camp. Me and my man, we worked it out. We got him out. We talked to the lawyer, had him on the phone, got up $1,000 for it and everything. When I got him on the phone, he asked me, he said, I said, hey, we ready to get you out. You really think that I need to do this process? I'm like, yeah, bro, we about to get you out today. He's like, man, what you got to tell him? What do you got to tell him for this? I'm like, don't worry about it too much. Like, we got it handled. We already talked to the lawyer. Don't worry. He's like, Soular, you think I did it, huh? You think I'm guilty? Huh? Hey, everybody, Soular thinks I'm guilty. Hey, he thinks I'm guilty. And then they're like, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all on? And to me, I'm like, you're not about to make an example out of me and move forward to where he tried to have me to the corner or something. And I started walking away from the phone towards that corner. I'm like, hold on, bro. What am I doing? Walking into a corner, grown ass man. I ain't doing it. I'm about to get him out of jail. What's this?
My apologies, nephew. I hate to interrupt, but I
Oh,
don't
go ahead,
have a
man.
lot of time. I have to get ready to go live with an old friend of mine from the Human Orchestra.
Oh, what's up, Auntie?
I just wanted to stop in because my notifications is on for you,
Oh,
and
okay.
we haven't spoken regularly. We both been very busy, and
Correct.
I wanted to let you know. But we did chat the other day, and I love that our chats have gotten so small that they're so big.
Oh my gosh.
Here come this slow dumb bitch interrupting the tea. Wait, how the fuck? She get on my nerves.
We be moving mountains.
But I just wanted to say here, I am so fucking proud of you,
I'm thankful.
and I want everyone to know that. I want everyone to know that one of the greatest charges of my life was to stand for you in the darkest of hours, in
Mm,
agreement with your evolution and your transformation.
right.
I'm very proud of you. I see what they saying and I see what they doing and I hear what they trying to I almost feel bad for them. They're going to fail.
You
You
know,
are everything that you believe you are.
that's right.
Never forget that. And if anybody has a problem with the fact that I have embraced this young man into my life as my nephew, as my God son,
Like I did that.
then I really don't give no fuck, because nothing's going to change. Matter of fact, you're just going to escalate things.
Auntie, you know me.
See,
You
at this
actually know
point
me.
in time, what I don't think people understand about people like you and I, nephew, is this. What is there to give a fuck about when things have already been decided?
Mm-hmm.
See, people keep forgetting about divine order, and they forget that in this one-dimensional realm that we live in, there are other dimensions. We ain't got to get too deep on the metaphysics. My point is, things look different from a bird's eye view. And I'm so grateful that you share yours with mine, and I get to share mine with yours, and the Orisa gets to do what it does. You are a blessed man, and I'm grateful to have you, and thank you.
It's an honor for me, Auntie Dag. I appreciate it as well. Some and you might not be aware of this, Sauce, but some very interesting divine situations happened with me where I was supposed to be doing things going to Atlanta. I ended up meeting up with Black. You know Black Light. Black Light is my brother. That is my 2020 twin. That's my broski for real. And it was amazing how he popped up in my life at the time.
What make
Jag,
you
and
think he popped
it
up?
was interesting because when he had popped up when he did, Sauce became a topic in my life. Very interesting. He don't even notice. Really, he
Wow.
does. Fire shirt, by the way. Save you, Genesis. It's all hard, boy. It's all hard. But
It's done.
I digress. So, and I was at the airport. I literally had nowhere to go. I was going to make a move with somebody. He ended up being just another Leo, or trying to be. And he had the wrong guy. So I ended up curving that situation. Blacklight showed up. When Blacklight showed up, it was I've never seen so many alignments in one moment. I mean, Russ came over. The rapper Russ came right over. Couple other, it was like another celebrity came over. It was talking to me. Um, some dude came over and offered me $10,000. All within like 30 minutes. I'm on the phone with Blacklight, and I'm like, I'm sticking to what's right. I'd rather suffer than do what's wrong. And this is all goes to say that right when I finally sat in that commitment, Jag, you called. And right when you called, you said, I need you, come on. And you booked the tickets for there. I was already at the airport. All I had to do was go to security. Everything was just done. And then what had happened from there, is a beautiful thing. And I've really started to realize my role is more so. What Eligio was doing and what Eligio is attempting to do requires an actual connection to source, requires real acknowledgement of the truth and application of it. This is what he lacked to do. This is all
Well,
I do.
this is the thing when it comes to Eligio. He never achieved that because he refuses to be a vessel. He wants to fill everything with himself. He wants to pour himself into everything and everyone until everything and all he sees is him. He's a narcissist in a fashion which I've never quite seen.
How
He's
long do you think,
amazing.
Auntie Jag, how long you think I was supporting Eligio until you thought I realized something was going on? And you know my character, I'm gonna stay there and work with them.
I'm going to say this, and let me say this now. Let me turn this around.
Because you've been fighting carbonation for a minute.
Let me say this now. I thank God you were there. Even in the midst of the confusing times, I thank God you were there because they needed humanity, and you provided humanity. I've heard people say all kinds of things about what you done down there, but I didn't hear anybody say how you busted your ass to make sure that the bills got paid and everyone was provided for. I don't hear anyone talk about the fact that when people were left stranded and the authorities got into play and the leader became the runner and left his so-called flock
You got
behind.
no idea.
You were there. You could have easily defected and left and been perfectly fine. You could have took all of the money, everything that was worth it, whatever IDs you needed. You have ran away with all, honestly.
Multiple
And
times. Packs,
yet,
money, tech,
and
all
yet
that.
you stayed
Thought about
and tried
it.
to hold it together until what needed to happen next became
Check out the
clear.
chat. Griot got flames. Y'all, number one, go follow him, but check out what he say. He know. These are people who know. These are people who really know what's up. Not who's watching, got opinions about Eligio and try to rub them off on me. This is not any
God
carbon
damn it, can I
carbonation
say
members
something?
know this.
God damn it, I gotta say this.
There's
They
a reason why
accused
every
me of
carbonation
being
member is still in touch with me to this day. Learn
they
from me.
accused me of being the new leader just because I said I wanted to take y'all to church.
That was funny. I got some knowledge for y'all right here. I got knowledge all day for y'all.
I
Like,
got
it's crazy.
Hold up, Jag is the leader of Carbon Nation
That's
now?
The Carbon
what Talib
Island.
Kweli
Carbon
said.
Island, okay?
Talib Kweli,
Man,
Talib Kweli
bro,
said,
be
I'm the new leader.
up, Soular.
Talib bitch ass got online and said while he was arguing with Cons TV, shout out to Consequence, shout out Tribe Called Quest. Wait a minute, he gonna say to Cons, that bitch is the head of a sex cult, and she's in there and she's pimping these people out, and I'm like, the fuck you mean? Since when taking somebody to a 7-day Adventist church on the Sabbath, pimping and trafficking? I don't understand. So when you take somebody to Jesus, you're trafficking now. That's trafficking.
I mean, you know what? I will say this. I think that one of the biggest...
that somebody lock T. Jakes up right now.
So-
Because that nigga been trafficking and going to the free call.
Yeah, check this out, though. This is the dilemma that we're faced with here. What we're faced here isn't the general dilemma. And let me say this, like, with all respect. I mean, all disrespect.
Yeah, I like that. That's some shit I say.
Yeah, no, for real, because a lot of the people are scamming and they're acting, and a lot of people are scared that I'm going to be doing what Eligio's doing. A lot of the things that we see going on in the news, in the media, with all these old people, Diddy and all those guys, where their stuff is coming out of the closet now, all their stuff is coming out. You see, they haven't provided or really offered anything to the world worth holding on to. That's the second part. We've given all of this energy and attention to people who have really given us nothing. When you really look back at it, Eligio is another one of those guys. I'm telling you this because there's nothing that he's offered that he didn't take from someone else and manipulate to try to get something for his ego and his desires, just like Diddy. Just like all the other people falling at the same time. At the end of the day, what I'm here doing and what I see my brothers here doing, at least a lot of my brothers out here trying to do, is genuinely teach how we can properly assemble generational wealth and I teach it from a 0 point from yourself moving outwards, which is what? Gagu, isomorph to polymorph. I literally teach and live it consistently, and it doesn't make me different or special. I'm just, there's a difference. That's really the difference, is that I'm just focused.
Can I say something trippy
Hold on,
right now?
hold on, because y'all been talking for a minute.
I haven't talked to my nephew in a minute. I'm sorry.
Let's let him run. Let's let him talk. Let's let him talk, Auntie. I'm here.
I wanted to have a conversation with Soular. We was
Well, he ain't going nowhere, but I am.
Oh, you
nephew,
said that.
I love you. Jimmy, what are your names so I can address properly?
My name is Sauce.
Hi, Sauce. I hear him talk about you, but I've never actually met you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
I've heard so much about you. All good things.
That's nice to that's
I would fast forward, y'all, but I'm scared that we will miss something. All right, so we just gonna have to bear with Jaguar always wrong, right Johnson. Okay, hopefully she'll get the hell up out of here soon.
Hey, you, sir?
I am the Gagutian, but you can call me Nate the Great.
Nate the
easier,
Great.
Yeah, that rolls a little bit better when you say
Well,
it. Nate
listen
the
to
Great.
me. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I am a believer of divining. I like your choice of name.
Oh, did you
Ashe.
know I found out Courtney means God love?
Ain't that amazing?
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah,
Guess what,
fire.
nephew?
Yep.
I'm about to hurt some people's feelings this week.
Auntie, you gotta let Sauce talk.
Oh, okay, no, I gotta go. I'm about to hurt some people's feelings.
Uh, send me a message and send me a text and me and you
Will
And
can
do. Well,
talk.
how about what
bro,
happened? Huh?
I was talking to the chat.
Oh yeah, I'm exposing a different celebrity every day this week in honor of Wendy Williams.
Yo, I'm gonna have to get up and see
Wow,
Auntie.
in honor of Wendy, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Wow, you gonna
have to
pick up
get
the
up and
yeah,
torch
see.
right now this week? Wow.
yup. Anybody want to know some real fucked up shit for free? Jag. I'm exposing a different
Wow.
fucking homo thug every day this week. CBJ is tomorrow.
He said, Jag, yeah, you know
Wow.
that Jag. That's my Auntie Jag. I love you. I love you, Auntie. Do your thing. Do your thing. So I
How
gotta
dare they
I
say
gotta
it's
let my brother
karma?
talk, Auntie, because I
Love
don't let my
y'all.
brother.
Bye. I gotta go fuck
Love you too.
somebody's life for domestic violence coming up.
All right, so
Yeah.
Love you.
shout out to
Defend
her.
Wendy.
It kind of got off track. Everybody will know what we even talking about.
You was on
So
point.
let's bring it
You the
back
employee of the
around.
month.
Let's just bring it around full circle. So basically, what we're speaking about right now is
When did I start supporting him? What was
yeah,
that
yeah,
shift about? Which is what I
yeah.
did go into answering. So, and I also gave the why with the run back. So at the end of the day, I mean, this is somebody dealing with karma of his own doing that has been building up for him to deal with. It's nothing that anyone's doing to him. Therefore, there's no righteous retribution here. The girls involved, the guys involved, everybody, you're not better people because he's in jail. No one is better than him because he's dealing with what he got. A lot of y'all still getting away with certain things, and that's all that really is. But it's going to catch up to you unless you change your ways. This is the one thing this man refuses to do.
So if for those who don't know who he's referencing, because there's a lot of people on here from my following or whatever the case may be. So Nature Boy's on trial right now, and Nature Boy was head of a community called Carbonation, which Soular was a part of. And during the course of the time, some things transpired that now Nature Boy is being put on the stand for. He's currently locked up for these things: revenge porn, rape, imprisonment, all of
False
these
imprisonment.
false imprisonment. Yeah, and I was talking to my guy Nate earlier. They said they trying to give him a letter. They trying to give him an L, which I didn't even know was possible for the things that he's being accused of. So I wanted to talk to Solar just about him being in the position that he was in
Mm-hmm.
while with Nature Boy, and what caused the shift for him to see the things that were being done in order for him to say, okay, I'm going to remove myself and I'm going to take a stand, and then I'm going to go about it in this manner. And a lot of the things that you did after the fact, I really been wanting to have a conversation with you about it, because I know where did that come from, and what is the deep seated relationship with you and Nature Boy.
Okay, that was a multi-layered question. So you let me know that you had been wanting to talk about this. It's in reference to how I moved about it when it was over,
Right.
and you want to see how do I view him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the only question, how do I view him? So the how do I view him is basically that is, what's funny? Eligio is actually really my twin, for real, for real. This is why. I'm an astrologer. I teach all forms of astrology. Vedic, Draconic, Human Design, Gene Keys. I work in the I Ching, all these different things, right? Them all together because they're different perspectives of the same one thing. Eligio, his chart is like this. My chart is like that. We literally damn near the same. Cancer Moon, first house, 27 exactly. You know what I mean? We have a lot of things that are very prominent in common. It was good. Hey, Kuko
Ah,
Khan, let's
God,
go.
Jesus.
Dragons in the building. The Dragon Lords, Amaru Khans, pull up. What's up, bro? What's up?
Oh, good Lord.
It's always good to see you.
Yo, I
God
didn't even
damn.
know who that was, but I like the energy. I like the energy. Get a nice warm reception. People happy to see you on the panel. That's the
This
fuck I
is
thought.
somebody who, this is another person who people get wrong who has nothing but answers to apply. Anyway, respect to the brother. So anyhow,
So you talked about the compatibility with the astrology chart
no,
because
it's not even
one of my
compatibility. We the same. It's the same energy.
right.
Except
It's
mine is more rulership and exalted 13 placements out of 9 planets, 13 worships and exaltations. His is because of that, and his is ticked this way. Nothing is in alignment. Everything is off. Everything is in a position where it's struggling or
so
it's
would you call
having
yourself?
issues.
Would you say that you were after everything happened? You were the supplanter in the situation, meaning you just was gonna take over everything. What made you go and create relationships with the people that he was in relationships with, even though you know the history behind all of these things?
So that's cute, and I know that's the number one perspective most people have is you took his girls, you was with his girls. Number one, I've known these girls just as long as I know him. Number two, I've dealt with these girls more than I've dealt with him. Number three, I know these girls more than he knows them and more than I know him. I literally, what y'all don't know is me and Velvet have ridiculous energy together. We always have, especially when he has had gone to jail. His number one fear was I was going to take his girl. I'm like, bro, don't even worry about that. What are you talking about? That's your girl. But we are able to work together where our energies come together. We can run everything. We ran Carbonation better together than we did with Eligio there when he was in jail in Nicaragua. Facts. And that's ever since then. And this was years ago. So years after this, I'm always put at the top in Carbonation when it was running because I have shown that I literally can lead large groups of people like nothing very well, very effectively. They've seen that. When he got out, he don't do nothing but give me respect for that moment. Number one, because his girl and his daughter was protected under my care completely. Other grown men and their children too. Deeper than that, moving forward with Janae, my other partner, she's always wanted to be with me. Ironically, Janae and Velvet, they have been in relationship together, polygamous relationship with him before I ever even existed. So their bond and their connection is already a thing. My connection with Velvet has been years. However, it was never like that. We've always just been really good friends, really good friends. Such good friends that he made sure we stayed away from each other. And when it came to Janae was always coming to Carbonation to be with me. She was rarely ever coming for the knowledge, ever. She was never coming for Eligio. She was always coming for me, always. And there's always another guy who had to deal with, whether it was Tron, who we now know as Noom, or it was Eligio. They were always trying to get with her. And the situations, how the dynamic was of Carbonation is, I have a wife already. I already had a wife. I already had a girl, Zoka. So I'm not looking towards getting another relationship because I'm a very loyal character. However, I have connections with them. Zoka ends up cheating. Zoka ends up being a very horrible wife for me. Horrible wife. And that's the woman who I lost my daughter with. Moving forward, outside of Carbonation, I get with Janae and how she left, bro. The last day she was being abused and beaten and left was because she kept fighting. She was championing. This is when we use that word. She was championing for me to be with me because I'm every night. What y'all don't know is these last months. I'm up arguing with Eligio for hours. For hours, he's telling everybody, "I'm God. You're not." I'm like, nigga, I'm God too. You can't say you God and then I'm not God. It's the math and mathing. don't work. I'm always staying up for hours fighting this dude. Everybody want to go to sleep. Everybody want to get something to eat. So they just like, yeah, he's gone. Man, come on, Soular, you tripping, bro. We losing respect for you. We thought you were smart. I'm like, nigga, am I being punked right now? And Janae, the only person there agreeing with me until she eventually breaks and says, well, no, I guess he's just God. We're tired. I never do. It got to a point to where she sees that I'm in the truth and they're not. She openly started fighting him about it, to be with me. I don't care if serving this or that. So what? She has to leave. She has to go. The day that she has to leave is that night where the rape and all that stuff happened. But what you got to understand is, I really don't care about that scenario. I really don't care if that happened or this happened, or those details behind it. Why? Because I done seen him personally, and I don't feel good about this, but this is the truth. I done personally seen him beat and abuse multiple women, especially the ones that ain't even his. I done personally seen him do these things. He's lied and deceived people, like just full intent lying to you. Straight up. There's so many things that had to come out years later that I didn't know about that was going on behind my back, leading to the death of my daughter, leading to a number of other things. A lot of situations that now make sense because he was lying about things. Janae had to let me know her perspective, which is completely different. Velvet let me know her perspective, which is completely different. The dynamic of carbonation was women over there, men over here, and then Velvet is her own little category. By the time I get out, I'm still teaching knowledge. I'm still saying, man, fuck him. Fuck all that. Carbonation for divine knowledge of self and living in alignment with the truth. So I'm going to fight for carbonation. Matter of fact, quite literally, I'm the CEO. I am the CEO of carbonation. On top of that. So I'm like, hold on, bro. I'm the chief executive operations of carbonation. I'm about to run that, and I'm about to make you do what it do with it. So Janae, well, I started my school before. I started Soul Redemption before. Janae was more than happy to join. That was great. That was very successful. We were doing nothing but teaching divine knowledge of self. Move forward, the relationship ends. That's another story. That's between me and her. We can get into that another day. That's between me and her. Those are more current events. It's not cult related though. So we end up splitting. Okay. I move forward. I stopped going back into the relationship. I stopped going back. I'm still focusing on my school. I'm still focusing on the knowledge and teaching. Whole time, Janae is calling Velvet every time they're having an argument. I didn't know this. Every time that me and Janae are having an argument, she's calling Velvet. I had no idea. By the time she's gone, a couple months go by, I work on myself. I reset everything. I relaunch my school. I get back on my grind. What's the next happens? Velvet puts out a video. I comment on the video. She messages me back. And we start talking. And when we started talking, we started realizing, like, yo, we really are both valuing and focusing the same things. We both have the same end goal, vision, dream. Wow, this is dope. You know what? Why don't we just get together and work on this on the school? Why don't we do? And next thing you know, it turns into a relationship. And I'm like, this feels right. This feels divine. It's in alignment with what I got going on. It makes sense. This is Velvet. I've been studying for 4 years already, girl. I already know every detail about you. I had to. Eligio made me study her. For him. He knows astrology. I do.
So,
I had to study her.
I gotta ask you questions because coming up where I'm from, you feel me? When you have friends and you have close friends, there are certain people that are off limits.
Your friends kill your family members?
No matter what y'all go through, no matter what.
Oh shit! No, I ain't from that world. Fuck where that place is. I don't even need to go there.
Introduce me into your world to where it's okay to talk to somebody's main woman and then have a child with them.
Got you. So number one, it's not his main woman. Number one, it's not. If you just because she had sex with him, had a bond with him, you got a roster of women who would fall under main woman now. If that's what you're gonna do with Eligio.
Let's not do that.
That's exactly what we're gonna do because that's the truth. How you gonna side with Eligio owning a person? Number one.
Let him
What?
land it first. Let him
And
land
you
it
know
first. So
what?
go ahead.
I knew that this is what it was gonna be with Sauce because that's
This
his
is
fear of
not
me. His
signing
fear
with
is that I'm gonna
nobody,
come
bro.
around and take his girls. That's always been his fear. I'm very aware. I'm very clear. I'm not. You don't gotta
Whoa,
worry
whoa,
about
whoa,
that with
whoa,
me,
whoa.
bro. Hey,
Hold on.
no, we could go. We could go
Hold on.
there.
Slow down. Slow
This,
down.
this,
Slow down. Slow
and
down.
this is going.
You're
This
bringing
is
some more
way
stuff out.
back.
Slow down.
I was
Slow
looking to
down.
look up to Sauce for help, and I couldn't. And I had the insight because I know the people you around, the people you around ain't as solid as you
Bro,
think. And they talk to me, and they
bro.
let me know exactly what's on your mind, bro. But it's cool. I'm just playing the game with you.
You ain't gotta play no game with me,
I
bro.
never
I just know
did.
I
I give you
looked
an
at
answer. I
how
give you an
people
answer to your
move.
question. The answer to your question is Eligio doesn't own Velvet or any other woman that he's been with. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact, they regret being with him. On top of these things,
it's not about ownership, brother. It's not about ownership, and it's not.
What's it about?
It's about integrity,
I
bro.
have that.
It's about
I have that. You judge the
some
situation you not in with people you don't even know.
some lines just don't get crossed. Some
So
things I'm not going to do just
well,
because
that's good
of
for you, my G. That's good for you, but we have two completely different walks of life. You don't know your the way that I know mine. We have different ways that we even went about that. You judging a book on a cover, and you trying to get a synopsis to figure out if your predetermined bias is valid or not, and it's not, bro. You ain't about to try to make me into a bad person because I fell in
you
love.
made
And me and my girl, we fell in love. Number one, we love each other, bro. It's love, nigga. My heart go out to them, nigga. What are you talking about? It's been 5 years. I've been living with these women and these.
bro.
Are
It's
you kidding me,
love.
bro? I love them. What other reason do I need to give anyone other than I genuinely love them?
All right, bro.
Romeo and Juliet shit. Call us what you want. Do what you want to
Yeah,
say. Say you guys
bro.
aren't allowed to be
Got it,
together.
bro.
I don't give a fuck if that's the case,
You
bro. Oh well. And all the standards where your world comes from that tells you who and how not be with each other, that's not what I do. The way that I move is I move in purpose. If something's in alignment with my purpose, I'm gonna pursue it.
you know
And you don't see my relationship.
It's kind of like a declaration of war. Like we really don't cross those lines unless it's really, really war. But you've shown through.
Eligio's been crossing those lines since he started Carbonation, right? So who gives a fuck? He did what Eligio did. This is what Dusty Nuts taught them, right? This is what God taught them to do. So he just did what he was taught to do. That's it. That's all. I don't know why they acting like Nature Boy is above having this done to him.
That war.
Sit in.
Declared that war. Who got with whose woman first? If that's a
Talk about it.
war, if that's a war we going to play,
Talk
if
about it.
that was a war I was a part didn't even know about, I never shot that first shot. Matter of fact, all I did was do my best with what I had. I went to
Solar.
war I didn't even know I was fighting.
No, you was definitely in the war, God. You was definitely
semantics with me, Soular, bro. Y'all
yeah.
was playing. Y'all love to play chess, my nigga. You was playing that.
Speak for yourself. Speak for
Bro,
yourself. Don't speak for me like you know me.
just said that. You just said
I'm not doing it for that reason.
Mouth, bro. You just said that mouth, bro.
Don't ask me why I did something and then tell me that's not why I did it. You already had a predetermined bias there.
Bro,
I just told you I was in love. That's enough, nigga. And if I had to break the rules for that love, then I'm that type of nigga. I will break the rules for my love. I'm that type of lover. Fuck your rules. Fuck your last guy. Fuck your ex. Fuck that. If me and you are connected and bonding on that level, bro, I don't care about nothing else. It's me and God anyway.
Bro,
it's me and God that I have to deal with anyway. So for me and my woman, me and my girl, for whatever that means, bro, that ain't got nothing to do with you, where you come from, or how you feel about it. It got everything to do with the genuinity and the authenticity in myself and her. Mind your business.
It sounds good.
It sounds like you need to mind your business.
It
sounds like
good.
You don't care about Eligio. It sounds like you care about me. It sounds like you care about my relationship.
Hold on.
We could be talking about divine knowledge itself. But you want to talk about who my dick is.
No. Time out. We in progress.
Y'all gonna
you heard
holler.
about where my dick going, bro?
Hold on.
I hit
That,
dog
Sauce,
on all
Sauce.
that.
that's why. This is why we ain't work out,
Hold
bro.
on
I
one
see why we
second,
ain't work out.
please.
You judgmental.
Hold
Way
on,
too judgmental of people you
fellas.
don't know. I
Hold
can't do
on,
that.
fellas.
My heart pure.
Yo, listen. Hold on one second, because we got somebody else on the panel.
My heart pure.
We got somebody else on the panel. Hold on. And the questions is coming, and they cooking right now. You trying to tell me shut up?
No, so yeah, no, you right. They said why you getting so
I'm messing
defensive
with
and
you. I
all you
love
doing
you.
is asking questions.
I
I love you.
The
I'm gonna keep
reason,
it down.
yeah, and that's
That's
a good statement. The reason why is because the way he responded with
Y'all
his
about to
body
get kicked
language and
out.
everything perturbed me. It showed me what he was
It
saying aside from
perturbed because it
words.
struck a chord, bro.
No, I
All I
told
did
you
was
why. I
ask
just
a
told you why.
question, bro.
It showed me
It
what
just
you were really saying
you just
beyond your
you just
words.
showed your hand.
Your body responses and all of this stuff.
Showed your
You've
hand.
never been excited to talk to me
You
ever,
showed
Sauce. This
your
is
hand.
for clout. If you want me to call you out, I'll call you out. This is for clout, bro. You ain't never give
Hold
a fuck
on.
about me. You ain't never really care about Ezekiel and all that shit, bro.
Hold on.
Cause
Time
I've been calling
out.
you, bro.
Time
Nah, like
out.
this is real talk. Go check our inbox. He already knows. I've been trying to work. All of a sudden, Soular, fake, bro.
All of a sudden, what,
Fake.
bro?
That's fake. 100% fake. You ain't got to
That
lie to
wasn't
me,
fake.
bro.
I had a
I
conversation
fuck
with
with you and I fuck with your music, bro. And I always wanted to work with you and I've always been trying to work with you. But you have a bias of me, bro. And you won't let that go. And that ain't got nothing to do with me, my G. I got a pure heart. You worried about my love and my relationships. And you trying to judge me. What kind of this, what kind of that? Not a nigga not from Memphis. I'm not from Memphis, nigga. I'm from space, nigga. I got a
you.
heart. I'm from the source.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
Hold
different,
on.
bro.
yeah.
I'm
Sauce,
not from
deal with
Memphis.
what
I'm not from where you
Sauce,
from,
he
bro.
answered your question directly. Can
You
you
don't have to
deal with
like
his
my
statement
answer.
directly? Can you
You don't
clear
have to
that
like
up?
my answer, but your responses, your body language from beginning to now, bro, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb, my G. I see you. Your high pitched voice. When you get like that, bro, that's called defensive. I'm not, bro. I already see what's going on. At the
And
end
I'm
of the day, you're not being authentic. You're not being authentic with me. You questions. You're not even an interviewer. You got my number, bro. You got my number. But there's people on the live, so you
listen,
on live. Bro,
listen,
you not my homie, bro. Don't act
bro.
like it either.
We never said we
But
was
don't
Hold on. So
act like
let,
I
let,
never
then don't
let,
act like it.
I never
Solar,
said I was your home.
Solar.
I,
let him
Bro, don't
unpack.
even
Let him
act like it.
unpack
Don't
a
do
little
none of
bit,
that fake
Solar.
stuff. And then don't come at me like you a reputable person to ask me questions when you biased.
Hold on. Let him unpack a little bit, Solar. Let him speak a little bit.
Biased,
nah,
bro.
he is triggered, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what happens when things are confronted from. Because the thing about it is, I'm just speaking from the outside looking in, and from someone who's coming from a neutral standpoint, which I live by certain things,
It's not
and I know
neutral.
that other
It's
people
not
live by
neutral though.
certain.
Be
Oh,
honest.
that is new. That is
Be
neutral.
honest, bro.
Hold
It's not
on, bro.
neutral.
I just let you talk. That's what I'm saying. You not even let me talk. This how triggered you are, bro.
I've always
That's
been
how
like that. You don't know me.
triggered you are,
Yeah,
bro.
that's fine. You
let
don't
him
know me. Ask
You
Nate. You
can't
just
even
don't
let
know
me
me.
yeah.
talk.
I
Let
don't
him
do
unpack a little
respectful
bit, though,
one-on-one
Solar.
debate
That's
things
what I'm
anyway. You
saying,
got the
bro.
wrong guy anyway for that.
Solar,
I've never been that guy.
give him a couple minutes, though, Solar. He let you
All right, go
unpack a
ahead.
little
Let him
bit.
ride. Let him
Let
Go
him
ride.
ahead. I got
unpack a
All right.
respect
little
for
bit.
Nate, bro, but I don't have respect for you, Sauce. That's what this is. That's what you're experiencing. I don't respect you, bro. That's it. Go ahead.
That's transparent, but let him ride. Let him
Right.
ride.
Go ahead.
That means he has no respect for himself.
My brothers who I do respect, who've earned it,
That means he has
I
no
will listen
respect.
to them.
That
I will
means
listen
he
to
has
them.
no respect
So
for
go
himself.
ahead.
Because all I did was ask him questions and give him my perspective based upon how I was raised, and asked him to invite me into his realm. And when I asked to be invited into his realm, he wanted to start to attack me and said I'm being judgmental based upon my life experiences and express them to him to get a clearer understanding of why he did the things that he did, to give him the opportunity to say what it was versus me having a judgment towards him. He placed a judgment on himself.
No, you
All I did was
you
ask a
actually
question.
argued. That's not true. You argued me when I give you an
I
answer.
didn't argue
Yes,
you.
you
I
did.
asked a question. This is literally
When
what
I
I
answered
asked.
your question,
I said,
when I answered
based
your
upon,
question, you responded to it
hold on. So
with your opinion
I'm not finna do this, bro.
about my
So
response.
we can't have the core, bro. I'm not to interrupt you. I'm not here to be chatty patty or to
It's too late for
fucking
that.
no, my G. I had a conversation. I'm talking to you about it.
No, you not. You talking to Nate about it. I slid in.
What? Bro, this is something what I was talking to Nate about was something that I experienced too, my G.
That's
This
fine.
wasn't nothing that was isolated just towards you. That means that I have the right to speak on it, my G.
No one said you didn't.
So what are you saying? So, anyways,
What I'm saying is you're not my friend and stop acting like you came to me. You didn't come to me and ask me this stuff. I came in the room. Don't act like you really care about the situation or care about understanding it because you got my phone number. Actually, I've been calling you. You demand
calling
$5,000 to listen to my music.
Stop it. You ain't been
Bro,
calling
what is
me,
wrong with you?
You ain't
don't
been
give a fuck.
calling me, bro.
Bro,
you ain't been calling me, bro.
bro,
We had conversations, but
don't
you ain't been calling.
if
And like I
call
said,
you, you're
like
saying,
I said, bro,
we
not.
I know I'm not tripping. I know you said that you're talking to me, you're trying to understand, you're trying to do this when you have my phone number.
I'm talking to you right now, bro.
Because I showed up.
But what I'm saying is, it never.
Acting like you doing something, bro. You
I didn't come on here. I didn't come on
being chatty patty from the rip.
The thing about it is,
you being chatty patty.
I didn't come on here
I don't owe you a single explanation.
Fellas,
I owe you
let's
nothing.
have a little bit of structure, man. Like,
you don't
we
want
can't
no
hear
structure,
I
bro.
owe you nothing.
Hold on, both y'all.
This is
If
the
both y'all
problem. This
speaking
isn't a
at the same
classroom.
time,
It's a panel.
Feelings.
It's a class.
but
It's
both
not
of y'all
a classroom. It's a
speaking at the
panel.
same time.
In his feelings, bro.
Definitely have feelings. You asking about my partners in my life, bro. What is wrong with you? You want me to what? I'm not here for a debate, nigga. I'm the guy with the truth.
Solar,
I'm the nigga you supposed
I
to be
got a
asking the
Solar.
question.
Solar, I got a question for you, God.
Go ahead.
My question is,
That just said
do,
it.
do, do you feel like you was at war? Because I like what Gagu pointed out. That was sort of not a declaration for war, but that's a war tactic and a war move. So do you feel you was at war when you was deep in the mix of it all? When you was, whether it's like trying to get him out or before then, can you reconcile back in those days that you were at war
100%.
and then what it led to was, okay, so we at war, I'm playing my next move. Can you resonate that was a possibility of how you would express it?
I remember when that began. I remember when I first had that thought. It was actually about maybe a year or 2 years ago when we was at D Block, Nate. When we was in D Block and I was in a barber shop. We was separated from Eligio. All the men, we was in the house. And I was pretty much running the house. That's what Grio in here saying, so I really have that shit down because they know what time it is. That's what I was doing. And so I was the chief, basically. And whereas Eligio's in Atlanta doing his thing with the girls that he had or whatever the case, right? I remember we was doing video lives. We were doing lives every day, not public, but private with Eligio and then Nicole. And I remember this is when he first started to slide in lies. This is my first noticing taking things that I did teach him indeed and started manipulating it. And I would have to slowly be like, hey, that's not how it works. It's like this or it's like that. And he started getting into the thing where, it's like, don't correct me. It was like, know your rank, know your position, know when to talk, know when not to talk. And it kept being that. And I started sitting at home, like at night, wondering like, yo, am I really in the right place? Because it's not about knowledge anymore. It's not about truth anymore. And I'm starting to see that.
So it was war against the world, and there was also war in y'all's own organization at the same time.
I would say because we were at war with Babylon in the world, 100%,
Right.
and trying to get along with the world, using the matrix, but not really using the matrix, if you will. And then there's Eligio, where he's now abusing the knowledge for pussy. It's evident and it's clear. And this is about two and a half years ago that where this really started. I'm arguing with him over the phone with the group, telling him like, hold on, bro, that's not what we've ever taught. I'm thinking we're getting tested. I'm thinking he's testing us. Like, who gonna really keep the knowledge type shit? That's what I'm thinking. And everybody folds, and I'm the only person standing on this knowledge. That's what I'm thinking. That's not the case. He really was trying to take things to a new level. He was trying to have everybody make vows to him and marry and swear fealty and loyalty to him. This is where he began to start calling himself God and no one else. Janae's not there. Velvet's not there. Janae's already out somewhere. She's in a whole nother relationship, still coming back on Vigo, trying to be with me. This is where Janae's at this time. Velvet's not even there. Velvet's still telling the world how much Eligio was abusing her and beating her.
So to when everything fell down through the roof and everything like it's about to fall apart. Do you think that you wanted to keep the war going? Because obviously you was like, nah,
Negative.
carbonation, we still strong, right? And so you wanted to keep the war still going, and so you was still using war tactics,
So
even in
the
your love life.
war of me against Babylon, or is the war of
I
me
think
against
I think
Leo?
I think both at
So
that point because it's
no,
enmeshed.
there was never a war against Leo. I love him to today, and this is something I'll publicly say that I never get to say public, is that I'm waiting for the day to come up so well and be in a position to where I can go visit him every day. I can go sit down with him and talk with him every day and work
So
with him
so
every day.
so
That's my
so, so, so,
that is my family member now. His daughter is my son's big
so,
sister,
But we
who
know
I've been raising his
that war still goes on in families
right. But
still,
I
right?
never have that mentality. I don't even think like that. I don't believe in war when I'm one with source. I don't believe in that. I don't even think like that, bro. My name is love, bro. I don't even think or believe like. I know it's hard to believe because the average person ain't like that, but I'm him. I'm like that. I'm really like that. And I really do care about authenticity and genuinity. I really care about that because everything else, this is where you get everything else. If you're not locked into purpose, first and foremost, you got room for all that chaos. That's what
But
I experienced
you
in
still
this.
had enough energy to kind of still go at war against Babylon though, still, right?
Well, and you know what? I transformed that too. And the answer
At the
initially
time
was
though, at the
yes.
time.
At a time, yes. When it was
Okay.
like relaunch carbonation, the only war that I really had with Eligio was the smut, it was like the dirt on it because it was being connected to the knowledge. So saying spelling self with a C became a stigma now. You know, saying things like I love myself became, did he say that? Yeah, bro, like why I love myself got to be bad now because he said it a lot. And so that was the only war that I would say I consciously fought. Aside from that, I was arguing with Eligio within carbonation about the truth and let that go on about a year or two later. He ends up coming back and realizing, okay, this is a great asset of mine. And he used to bring me around and see and fact check knowledge before I would use it. Or before he would use it, he would fact check knowledge. And I'll be like, no, don't do that. It's not right. It's not real. And then when he took Three God, and Three God came because I was teaching him vortex mathematics, which Nate have. I have it right here in front of my face. I can break it down in and out, up and down. And he didn't understand that. He started telling people, if you say three 1,000,000 times, you'll get $1,000,000. And I'm like, bro, what that got to do with anything that we was teaching and talking about?
Mm.
So now this is about attention, numbers, and money. Since when was we
War.
on that?
That's the modern war, right?
Right. And so
Right.
he ended up becoming Babylon to me. So if there was a war with Babylon and there was a war with him, it was with that psychological state, if anything,
You
because
think
I've
create love life?
I disagree. No. Actually, I
Okay.
have an extremely abundant love life outside of members of carbonation. It's just Janae and Elva. You guys got to realize I've been with them for the past 4 to 5 years.
I get it.
I have a very close relationship with them, a very intimate one already. And then on top of that, as friends, moving forward outside of being friends, we're in our lives now again for the first time in like 6 years. We're living our lives again, and we're outside, and we're already close. We can finally have the love that we've always wanted. Janae, hey, we can finally have the family we've always wanted. The Eligio monster is gone. That when it was Velvet, it was because of the idea of what we want to do in the world. We want to build schools. We want to teach permaculture. We want people to understand how the universe works. What's up, David? What's good with you, G? What's up, man?
What's good, fam?
So I was really, that's how me and Velvet came together because of our purpose being in such alignment. And I know she know what I know, and she know I know what I know. So it's like we don't even got to question it. We can just get
How do you
together
feel
and
like
empower.
you came on? Because I seen that you went on to the trial. I didn't watch the trial at all or whatever. For you and True, but how do you feel like you came on? Do you feel like you came on as authentic as possible to the trial? You feel like you came on trying to get bro out of jail?
And I think that's where most people are excited is because some people didn't know if it was trying to get him out of jail, and other people they were expecting more, and they're mad I didn't say a million things to throw him in under the jail. Right? This is what I did. I decided to be authentic as possible without embellishing or adding too many extra things in that weren't relative, because he got a lot going on. And if I was to talk about all things wrong with him and make him a bad person, well, then that's what I would have been there for. But it wasn't. I went there to tell the truth. I let them know, say, hey, I was depressed. I didn't know what to do. I wouldn't have even started my journey to certain degrees if it wasn't for his videos. And this is how I came across him. Being honest about how the dynamics were, where we were ignorant and where we weren't ignorant. And I felt like being authentic and honest about his character, giving him his good, his pros and his cons, it was just the truth. And I think that I prefer truth, because even as a jury, if I'm a jury, and this guy says good and bad things about him, I can at least come up with something a decision I'm comfortable with. I've seen good and bad from this person, and this is my final, decision type deal. I didn't want to be like, he did this, he did that, and you know what else he did, and you know what else he did? He also did this, and he did that, and he did. That was not what I was there for. I didn't go there for that. He's not even on trial for all that. I went there for what he was on trial for. Okay, everything else that he got an answer for, I believe the universe is gonna handle that with him. And I also believe that it's never too late for someone to do the right thing. And I also believe that at any day, just like any of us, he can sit in that cell and wake up to a level of what he's done and be like, you know what, there is a real change that needs to be made here, or look at himself to whatever degree. And I cannot wait for the day where I get to go visit him and I get to sit down with him and we get to play chess and we get to do stuff like that. That's what y'all don't know. But I don't get to put that stuff out there because the trial hasn't came yet and we haven't had much of a conclusion. So if I was to say those things in the past, it'll be all like, you're still fighting for him, you're still doing this, you're still doing that. But I can say that stuff now, and I can let people know where I'm at with it now. He's just another one of us.
Mm. As is.
I'm already knowing he's done. Number one, I already know the whole thing. He's done. He's far from done. This is just a process. He's just a fish flapping out the water right now before he dies. That's all it is. It's over. I already know that. You know what I mean? I didn't even go there with any intent other than to support Janae, because this is a lot of stress on the women. I don't like seeing the women having constantly fighting for justice with Eligio, and there's like no men, and the only guy who ever shows up is Aaron, and Aaron or Kendra are a thing. So I get that, because I've seen Kendra go through some fuck up things. So him being, I would be right there with her too if I was him. So Janae and Velvet, those are my Johns. And they're not my single. They're free game as far as I'm concerned. We're just family. We're family. And that ain't never going to change. I'm always going to be there to support them in that way. I have mad beautiful women. Like, if you seen the women that I got on me right now, like, y'all wouldn't be worried about, like, you want to deal with carbonation girls? No, you guys only are aware of the carbonation girls. That's okay. I'm trying to figure out, am I doing polygamy or not right now? I'm trying to figure out how am I setting up my current relationships with women. You guys know nothing of my business right now. And I just want that also to be known. But it is coming out, and I've been hiding under a rock, but not for long.
All right.
My man,
Word.
what's up, Dave? You got a question,
Thank
man?
you
What's
for
going on, man? We ain't
respect,
seen you in
V.
a little
And you
bit,
look
bro.
great with your
What's
glasses.
poppin'?
Look, bro, you that nigga, bro.
What's
What's
poppin',
poppin'? And
everybody?
crystallized visions. You guys send me another request, boy.
Hey, y'all go ahead. Follow Comedic Kuko Khan, number one, massive knowledge. Y'all go ahead and follow Jesus as well. I'm gonna be working with him very closely. We'll be doing retreats one day. We're gonna be running a lot of classes and a lot of cool stuff. Healing. Hey, you know what? I like the people in this room now. This room, I like this group right here.
You know what? I got a question, Soular. I got a question. Now, it was a video that I saw, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people in here saw it, if not everybody saw it, where Eligio, Nature Boy, made a prediction. And his prediction was that you were going to betray him, and you was going to get with Janae, and you was going to take over Carbonation. What do you think about that? And
did he
what
say
have
the club?
you heard about
He did say that. Oh shit, he said that. I said he probably knew what he was doing. He knew how it was going to end because he played chess very well. I ain't gonna be mad at him, but him saying that or predicting that doesn't make it malicious. The way it happens are beautiful and divine. So it's like him saying that is like knowing he gonna lose it already. It's like if you ask me, it's because he knows he's already a fraud. He already knows that. So by the time I'm sitting there fighting, and when he did that video, that was in Atlanta. That was on a video. That was when we were trying to fix the fans around. I remember exactly when that was. This is right when Janae kept fighting him to be with me, like before things were getting public. And this was also when I'm arguing with him every night because he's not keeping the knowledge. So his prediction was on live after days of arguments of knowledge and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I predict that you're gonna call me out on being wrong one day, and she's gonna eventually be with you because that's all she ever says. And you guys will keep teaching knowledge. That's what it's like, because that's exactly what's going on.
Dang, that's crazy. Hey yo, real quick, hey yo, Crystallized Vision, send a request. Hey yo, Comedic, I'm gonna drop you down just for a minute. You can hang out in the chat, and I can bring you back in. I'm gonna rotate the panel.
Thank you for
want to come back
showing up, Comedic. I want to link with you again, man.
Yeah,
sure.
Let me
don't go nowhere.
Hey,
Love and peace out to gods.
Before you drop down, can you tell us how we can connect with you?
Yeah, just hop up in my DMs and we can get some consultations and some diagnosis going, and we can go ahead and assess where anyone's at with life and whatever, and we can go ahead and ride out from there.
Beautiful.
All right, y'all be good. All right, peace.
All right, G. I vouch for bro. I seen bro stick to the truth and the knowledge no matter what was going on around him. That's enough to me. I look at the heart.
Yeah, he's been around.
For a little while. He can make all the mistakes in the world. You can make all the heart. Jesus, another one. It's the heart. I feel.
Hey, Crystallized Vision, send me that request, man.
Who you talking to? I'm not seeing comment updates. That's probably why.
Oh.
You call it Quantum Pope still. I seen that. That man.
Yeah, that was a deep joint. Like when I saw him do that prediction, like it was like it reminded me of chess. And I'm thinking like the way that you said that, it could be like him reading the board. Because you can read the board.
I think it's so silly, and I think it's funny. I guess I get it, but it shows me how fucked up men's hearts are, because it's hard to believe that bro actually just loved these women. Maybe it was a game. Maybe it wasn't chess. Maybe me and Janae, maybe I really thought that I could build a family with Janae. Maybe I really thought that I could build a family and live in my purpose and change the world with Velvet. Maybe I actually believe that. Is that possible? Is it possible that we actually love each other aside from the bullshit, and it's the drama in the media that makes it look like it's a game? When there's no cameras and you see me and these women together, it's love, bro. Pure love. Complete, just pure like love, bro. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been.
And that was deep what you said, because your child.
That's big. That's his girl calling her. I love her so much. Go ahead.
Yeah, because your child and his child are kin, so that makes the relationship, different. And regardless of what people feel about that man, it's not gonna be the same as how you feel about him because of that connection. And I understand that. What I don't get is how people don't understand that. I guess because people disrespect you, see your children, play with your children and all of that, and then turn right around and say some of the most disgusting stuff about you online. Like, that shit's crazy. I don't know how people can really do that and say that they love your child or love you ever. So,
and I don't mean to be rude or anything about, I know that was your friend, Oscar, that was your friend, but I stand on everything that I said, bro. My heart's the very...
What happens is people are manipulated and they're coerced into situations that they felt like would be beneficial for them, and in the end they end up being victim to someone's narcissistic plot, right? So a lot of people use knowledge of self to then group people into situations to have them be submissive, have them doubt in certain ways for them. And this is a prime example of what can happen when knowledge is used the wrong way, right? Because it is so powerful. Because the same thing that can free you can enslave you as well. That's why the Bible is so powerful. That's why they were able to use it to keep us subservient, right? So this is a lesson to all of us out there to use discernment to not only what someone is saying in face value, but to actually listen to your intuition, actually listen to that voice in your head that knows better, right? And move with that, right? And move in that manner so that certain things won't happen to you, right? And then learn from others. This is me coming up and speaking because I am someone who ran across Nature Boy on my journey of self. And a lot of things that that man was saying, it resonated, right? I was able to take it and actually apply it to my life.
That's right.
Right? So I looked at him in a certain way because of that. I'm like, dang, that's a cool dude, regardless of what it is that he may be, you know, people may say about him, the shit that he do. I'ma just throw that to the side. I'm not gonna throw the baby away with the bathwater. I'm gonna take what I can and I'm gonna throw out the rest because we all deserve it. We deserve to be looked at as human beings. We deserve to be looked at as people at the end of the day, regardless of our shortcomings. But there is a time where you have to able your root and you have to set boundaries because if you don't, things like what's actually happening right now, what they don't trial for, can happen to you. And it's a lot of situations where you may be in that situation. I know it's been many times where I've been invited to certain places. They would say that there was a safe space for spiritual healing, whether they said that they were doing some type of Reiki or yoga or whatever the case may be. And at the end of the day, it was all a plot. People were using certain keywords. They were using certain things to manipulate you to let your guard down, to be in a space where it was like, oh, it's all good. So you will be more susceptible to the things that they were actually acting out and wanting to get you to do. And you felt like it was all for your spiritual development. And at the end of the day, it was all for someone's selfish acts.
I hear you. You know, I wouldn't say your spiritual development is counted out. It just looks different. And I'll say this also, you completely correct, bro. And I really fuck with what you're saying right now. I think it's important to acknowledge that side of things. And may I, real quick, what I teach more than anything, because of what I went through, is sovereignty in all dimensions. That means be careful getting online, looking for knowledge, look for teachers or connecting to communities before you there's nothing that can beat that understanding of self. And if you can't see yourself in all dimensions, you're going to be missing it out there too. You're going to be missing it in other people as well. And Sauce, while I got the floor, I want to apologize for not controlling my energy as much as I could have with you. You're not an enemy, bro. You're seeking clarity just like everyone else. And I guess it was what it was I have more issues with you than I've let out, and I've yet to speak to you about it. I haven't been able to connect with you yet to talk about these things and create clarity, but that's offline between us. And so that's where I need that to happen. Online, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but love, bro. And always has been. And I have been defensive because I'm not at war, bro. I'm a pure loving being. I always have been. And my relationships are founded and predicated upon love and my purpose. It has nothing to do with no war or no game, bro. That's him. I don't even think like that, move like that. No, I don't have time for that. I'm only at war with myself every single day, and I'm aware of that. So that's not even a war either. When I really get with that, I realize that that's something I need to get closer to being one with. It's not something I need to fight or resist even within myself. It's a perspective shift, and it now is predicated upon the foundation of truth, and that has came from connecting to source for myself. That's the only thing I'll teach people is how to connect to source for themselves. Everything else, I cannot wait to learn from you. I wonder what source is going to come through you saying. I cannot wait to learn what I don't know from Sauce and from Nate. I cannot wait. I need y'all to be connected to source for me to get that for real.
Right, right. Source is actually coming through right now because I'm not your enemy, brother. Like you said, all I was doing was seeking clarity because I do come from a different walk of life, and I know that it has to be tied to how you were raised, right? It has to be tied to experiences that you've had that would even cause you to respond in that manner. So I'm asking so we can get to the deep seat of it, so we can heal, brother, because all of this is mental health. This is mental health because though you may not be cognizant of it, and though you may seem as though you're moving in love, because listen, bro, at the core of it, I see that you are a pure soul, bro. But we all have been tainted. There's all been things that we've dealt with based upon our environment that's caused certain shifts within us. And when I'm asking certain questions, it triggers those pain points. And that's we gotta unpack as men. We have to be able to unpack that. You feel me? No matter how much it hurts. You feel me? Because you are too advanced intellectually to not understand that the things that you were doing was an act of war. You're too wise for that, bro.
No, I just told you though. I already answered that, so I'm not gonna repeat it. But go ahead.
This is my perspective. Right. So that's just like me, right? If I say that let's just say I went over my girlfriend's friend's house and I cook for her, you know what I'm saying? We have a real good time, we kicking it. I don't mean no harm, I'm just kicking it with the friend. But I may have overstepped some boundaries. Not boundaries that I'm aware of, but boundaries that my girl, she doesn't condone within how she moves. So you see what I'm saying?
Let me say this real quick. I can resonate with you. I got you.
And that moment, that's a moment for me to learn from someone else experience and be like, oh, so that one okay. I felt like I was 100% in the right because I wouldn't have been adverse to it. Something that you wouldn't do and that you don't condone, it makes you feel some type of way. I'm not going to do it anymore because I care about you.
Correct. I hear that. And to resonate with that, Nate, I'm gonna throw this in there. I'm gonna be a little personal with what we got, okay? All right. So
let's go.
all right, so cool. So Nate, one of my homies, I came out here to do some business with him, and so I'm saying in his space more than anything. But he just went through a separation to a degree. And without going into details, he went into a separation himself. His ex, I'm sharing space with her for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And it's very clear that I have to show the boundaries because if I don't, then she's going to be down to do whatever, whether it's to be spiteful at him, whether it's because she likes me, whether it's because it's this or that, whatever reason. But the energy was there and it was very clear and very prevalent. And luckily, you know what I mean, I stayed to my business. I had my phone. I was already talking to another girl, so I was able to tell everything to her. She was able to help me clarify certain things to make that situation clear. But
Finally, goddamn.
hey, peace, God.
See, God.
At the end of the day, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm not even looking at her. That is Nate. As far as every time I see her, I'm looking at Nate. I'm not even looking at her. That she don't even exist to me. Her kids, and everything that come with it. That's all Nate. In my head, in my perspective, my view, there are things that I suppose, like, I guess you could say you could take that same thing and apply it to Leo, but it just doesn't work the same because of the dynamic of the relationships with Vit and Janae and Leo. Velvet and Janae, two completely different things. Janae never wanted to be with him. She always wanted to be with me. And when it comes to Velvet, that was one long gone and dead years ago, and we're very aware that that's pure abuse outside of the thing being over. So now we see like that was a whole sham, nigga. We all just wasted damn near 4 or 5 years of our life. How we looking at it? And I at least know you long enough, and there is a closeness there. I at least know you this intimately, and we both know we work together. We work together very well already, and we both have the same long-term vision. Bro, let's do this. And it was more than just tactful. This is me. This is a Gemini Aquarian woman coming together. Of course, it's tactful. It's not war. We're looking to be effective. We're looking to take all of the notoriety that was there and clean it up through pure actions, through actually doing what we said we wanted to do, rather than pretending to do that to gain power, money, attention, sex, resources, whatever he was doing it for. We wanted to reverse it, man. We wanted to show him like there's nothing wrong with knowledge, guys. The knowledge needs to be, and that all the things you said that we took from him that we resonated with, that is what was important. That is what was valuable. I fought him to hold on to his own knowledge. He's the only guy who didn't keep the knowledge, except for the other members. I pride myself in not keeping the knowledge, but tapping into the source for myself, applying it for myself. There's no shortcuts. Like, and so I digress. I say everyone on a spiritual journey, they just haven't acknowledged it yet. That's what I say. So, I mean, at the end of the day, the different scenarios, and I see where you're coming from. And in those scenarios, bruh, trust me, I'm there with it. I'm from Cali. I'm from California. I'm very aware of the streets. Very, very aware of streets and street code. Eligio was not a part of that street code, and that whole scenario was not a part of that situation, bro. He was hurting his own women and children at a certain time. They were under that possession and ownership at a certain point in time. But as soon as people liberated themselves to a level we should have been liberated, that's when it was really decisions. Before that, we were naive. We led ourselves to somebody to be guided. And I chose to be a student. I chose to be like a monk, like whatever you say. All right, master, I don't understand yet, but hopefully I'll get it one day. Whatever you say. All right, get on my knee. All right, sure, whatever. Okay, lay down on the floor. All right, cool, whatever. It got to be a part of the plan. I don't know. I trust you. You've been helping all these years, and you help all these people all these years. How was I supposed to know that you was gonna switch up here? And then
What's the my bad. Just tap in. Oh, first off, peace, brother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you in a long time, man. Peace, God. It's good to see you again.
peace.
Hell yeah. But
Chris,
so
man.
what's good, King? So what's happened, man? Where did everything go wrong? I'm kind of seeing it, and I seen it just in him as a reflection. I kind of seen Nature Boy kind of fall from grace a little bit, just off of just what his energy. But what happened, and do you feel like he deserves the type of crucifixion that he's like enduring right now?
I'm talking to spiritual people and wise, intelligent people. So you guys are academics. You guys may understand what I'm about to say to you. I've never really spoke out on this except for maybe one time in the court case. And number one, he has way worse. This is like a pat on the ass for him compared to what he's done, which y'all don't know about, but we're not on here for that. It's nothing karmically, universally, compared to what he really should be going through. Number one, I'll say that. So karma and crucifixion, bro, should have been what? Number one, it's not even a crucifixion, bro. This man is just he's going to jail. It's not a crucifixion. It ain't Jesus. It's not that type of time. It's not that type. There ain't no crucifixion.
It's
Number
fucked
one.
up though. If he done with life though, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up. And what's more fucked up is everything he did to be in this position. And what's even more fucked up is all the stuff that he actually got away with and all the other lives that he played a part in taking. So anyway, I digress.
So
That's not for me to
talk about
judge.
that
Right?
though.
That's not for me to judge. This is what I will talk about. This is what I will say to answer your question. Eligio started calling upon, and this started actually in D Block, but he was in Atlanta, but he was doing it over the lives. Eligio started calling upon demons from Lesser Keys of Solomon in the Goetia. You guys may not be aware of this, but Eligio did.
Like rich type shit.
Not ritual type shit, mocking them, making fun of them, and mocking them. I understand it to a degree. However,
There's some questions in the chat. One of them says, so him beating and abusing him women was a part of the knowledge. and someone said you were even more abusive to the women.
That's not true. Number one. Number two, what I did think was I did think that maybe I wasn't being a man the right way. I wasn't being a
He
masculine
taught you
man.
how to be a man though, low key. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro.
I
I watched
felt
the whole
like
thing.
that's one of my main reasons was going there because I was looking for a former father figure. Whether I recognized it then or not,
I
I
seen this
was looking for that.
shit from you and bro wrestling and shit in the farm when you had the afro and all that
Do
type
you
of shit.
remember
So
all
I've
this?
been
Yeah,
watching
that's me
for a
and
long
Melissa.
time.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
real
love
reflection for real. I was
that
tapped in at the
brotherhood
beginning.
shit. You look familiar. You look way too familiar.
I
Yeah,
tapped in before, yeah,
yeah,
for
you look
sure.
way
I done
too
tapped in a
familiar.
couple times with you.
Yeah. That's fine. You look familiar, and you're not wrong, bro. And that is what we really wanted. I ain't gonna cap. Like we wanted a father figure, a male model to show us like how to be a man, and all the women want him. So we thinking we missing something. We
So
missing things.
Solar, because you was with this individual for however many years that you was with him,
Yeah,
and because you do study biology and you do know about epigenetics,
correct.
do you not feel that there was a point where you needed to detoxify and actually get some help before you went into a relationship, knowing that all you seen was the abuse prior?
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. That was actually what we all were already on. That was our first priority, especially with me and Janae talking about it. Our first priority, we spent like a week or two in the spa. Number one, just resetting. Number two, we spent the rest of our time reconnecting with family and getting grounded back into those areas, back into those areas of our roots. And number three, we never really cared to relaunch or re-promote any type of movement, off of that. That was never the initial thing. The initial thing was for us to find our lives together and started. Because you got to realize, leaving from that group, you going back to ground zero. So what a great time to completely reset everything. There were certain people, like, for example, certain members who left with me, they did not think like that. They kept doing certain mannerisms and certain things, and they couldn't let that go. And we're like, bro, you got to get away from us because you're still doing carbonation, so we're not trying to do that no more.
I think
Like,
he did.
we've had to do that at different times. Do you ever operate in a revengeful manner at any point with Nature Boy? Towards Nature Boy? No. No.
I want to know where the
I have
hate
no
comes
I have
from
no
though,
vengeance or
Solar.
anger towards him. As a matter of fact, I have a ridiculous amount of grace where most people call me a bitch because I let him get away with everything. Not only do I let him get away with everything, I understand why he's going through what he's going through. I'm at the point to now, I don't know if who I know him to be is even true as far as history goes because he's lied so much and so much of his lies have came out. But if what I do know about him and his past to be true, then he deserves grace like anybody else for why he's messed up. It doesn't excuse what he's done, but it makes sense of it. And to make sense of it, at least we can get to the root of that issue in anyone who may be
Hey,
sharing
Solar,
that same
you know
root.
what? I just thought about something, bro, that I need to talk with you about, like ASAP. Let's get off of here.
I'm with it.
FaceTime me right now.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, Nate, thank you for having
Oh,
us up here.
hold
Hey,
up.
bro, and I'm gonna
That nigga
follow you,
tapped
bro.
in.
I'll follow you, bro.
Yeah, tap in, bro. Cause I want to understand because at the same time I feel like the thing I look at she has. Hold up, let me show you what I got. Okay, you can't even see it. I got
Oh,
Jesus on my wall. That's a
oh,
reflection of me.
that's
So the thing,
hard.
life, and that's me. And that's me pointing the finger at myself and getting 3 more
Bro,
pointed
we
back at
all
me.
want to see
And I
that
put
part of
that
him.
I put that consciousness on everybody. So it's about right now. It's about
I'm listening.
crucifying yourself as the.
All right. He's a Nature Boy lover. That video only had like a couple of more seconds to it. That was it. That was all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Go over there and listen to it on your own if you like. I know I have to listen to it again because it was extremely long, and I missed some stuff trying to, multitask. Anywho, I shall see y'all later.